Hello everybody and welcome to episode 15, podcast number 15, boys.
Not quite 16, is it?
Almost.
Podcast
We're
not legal
almost
yet.
there. Episode podcast 15 here on Off the Shelf Reviews. I'm your host Ian Buckingham. I'm joined by my good buddy Andy.
Hey.
And my good buddy Tom.
Hi.
And if you're a regular to the show, you're probably thinking, where's Gary?
Yeah. We finally had enough, didn't we?
Yeah, well, you know, there was a bit of a scuffle, a bit of heated words, and, you know, there was a bit of a tussle and a throwdown.
Being wrestling fans, we just 3D'd the shit out of him.
He had to go to work, basically.
Yeah, poor
He had to go to work. I mean, we're recording now, ready to go up in February, and it's the week of release of Black Panther.
Yeah, I heard it's a big deal.
I hear as well.
Big deal.
I don't know what for. I mean, you know, they say it's massive signs of what the point of Black Panther is, but yeah, I don't get it.
I'm not going to lead you down this fucking deep. I was going to say black hole, and then I realised that would have been the wrong way to go. But I'm not going to fucking lead you down the garden.
Oh, okay. We'll sidestep that.
I'm not egging you on.
So tonight we're joined by our good buddy Tom. Tom's one of our oldest friends.
He's our oldest friend.
He is our oldest friend.
Yeah,
I mean,
literally.
Literally, you know, you've got coins older than me, haven't you? That you were given for pocket money back in the day.
I don't remember. It was that long ago.
What was it like when new pence came in?
You're asking the wrong person.
Did you vote for Brexit?
No. When was that again?
What's voting? So, obviously, as usual on the podcast, we've got our news section right now. Then we've got a theme. Now...
Do we have a theme, Ian, do we?
We had a theme. I planned for one theme, and then a different theme came up. But it was technically the same
Well,
theme.
no, it was the right fucking theme. Okay, well, basically, you could think of a theme for episode 15, right? So then I had the bright idea of I text Gary saying, look, unless you got a better idea, why don't we just go with movies we watched when we were 15?
Coming of age films.
Well, this is your interpretation. And Gary was like, yeah, great. I said, okay, let you know. And then you did a lot of research on...
Coming of age films.
Not necessarily related to the year that we turned 15.
Yeah. And so we got together and we sat down and we started discussing the podcast, and I realised I was coming at the theme from a completely
our
different
notes did
angle.
not correspond at all.
So we went with films that came out when we were 15.
And we thought there'd be a nice contrast with Tom's.
Yeah, which was 92. I mean, obviously ours is 97. Your maths, if you can work that out for his age, I'll just throw that out there. And at the same time, we have the third section, which is our Q&A section.
It's the new 20, dude. Don't worry about it.
Digital form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, on to the things we've been up to. Guys, I saw a trailer recently. I've just got to bring it up now. I'm
Is
quite
this the one you
excited
texted me
about
today?
this film.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. No. This is a different trailer.
Oh, okay.
Deep Blue Sea 2.
Oh, yeah, I saw
Really?
that. Yeah.
Deep Blue Sea 2.
Was that really there's a trailer, or really you're excited for this?
No. I mean, I can't believe they made a second one.
Yeah.
I really like the first one.
Wait, when did the first one come out then?
Uh,
I mean, it's not on my list, so it wasn't 97. That's the best I could give you.
98, 99?
Probably around
I
that.
think.
So why now?
Weirdly enough, I saw the trailer on YouTube, clicked on it, and was sat there thinking, when did this come out? This looks so bad. Who had this great idea? Then I realised it was a straight-to-DVD jobby. And, yeah, it's not watchable. But I wanted to bring up that trailer just in case anybody else had seen it and wanted to tell me if I was wrong.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, we've got to watch it. We've got to definitely watch it. I mean,
What year was it?
I really want to watch the
99?
first one now.
99, yeah.
Fuck.
So I've also caught up with Walking Dead
Nice.
all the way up to the end of season 8.
I still haven't.
You haven't seen the end.
I've not. No.
Okay, by the time this episode goes out, it will be going into season 9.
Really?
No, it's not.
Well,
No.
I mean,
I
it
mean,
comes
what?
out-
So what? You're
it
talking
comes-
about it's just finished. Season 8's just finished, right?
Season 8's
So season
just
9 won't be out until like fucking November or something, will it?
Well, we've got a new. I mean, I've just finished off like 4 or 5 episodes, which I thought was the second part of season 8, and spoilers, a major character died.
Right on.
And I thought you'd watched it and was
No.
up to date. So I was hoping to talk about this major character dying.
No.
I'm halfway through season 2.
Oh,
and
fuck,
that's as
dude.
far
Right,
as
so
I'm going.
so Tom's got Nova.
No, go. Do you know what?
Are you gonna
Fuck
do-
it. Go, I'm gonna see it somewhere before I get to catch up with it. So if you spoil
So
away,
I'm-
dude.
I'm-
But there, you've been warned. Spoiler territory.
Like I
I
said,
need no
I-
fucking
I-
email
I
saying
ca-
we spoiled shit again.
I kind of wanted to talk about this. Actually, yeah, we got to bring that point
Yeah,
up. Actually.
yeah, you gotta-
Gotta bring that point up. I wanted to talk about the death of Carl in The Walking Dead.
Fuck, really?
Really.
Is that who buys it?
That he buys
That's
it.
brave, dude.
He takes a bite by the zombies, and it's basically on his chest, so he can't really chop
Can't
it
suck
out.
the poison out of that one,
No,
can you?
no. And it ends. The season ends. That's why I thought it was going into season 9.
Oh, so wait, so it ends on a bite, but it's not like they're like, fuck, he's been bitten, bang, and blow his head off.
No, the camera pulls back and everyone's going.
Oh shit!
And it was tearful.
Negan's like, let me do it.
But I remember a couple of podcasts ago, Gary was talking about this. Spoiler.
Wait, has
main
Gary
character
seen
dying.
it?
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say, Gary, don't edit this.
yeah, just don't go over this point. But he talked about obviously main characters dying and how it was a massive change from the comic book.
Yeah.
But I've been following the season of The Walking Dead for a long time now. They've deviated a lot of times.
Yeah, massively.
This wasn't much of a shock. It was very well done. And it got me more excited for the next season because this new Rick has gone through a lot and now has obviously lost, spoilers, his son. But he's got all these other people that he has to protect, which I think there's going to be maybe some flashback episodes just before Carl dies.
Yeah.
And says that.
They'll stretch out the result of after that for a couple of episodes, won't they?
Yeah, it'll be like
At the top of season 9 or whatever.
Rick will just be talking to himself before he goes walking off, and every now and again he'll go to shoot somebody, but you'll see Carl there and he'll be like, no, change my mind.
Oh, that'd be funny if, like, you remember when, like, spoilers, Tom, when his wife died, and
Yeah,
he fucking
back in season 3.
but he keeps picking up the phone in the prison and shit, doesn't he? And like
That
you
was
can
a
hear
good
it.
episode.
So like maybe it'll be a reversion of that. Here's an interesting thing: when's the last time someone died of a fucking bite in that show? Because most of the time it's like the zombies haven't been the danger for a long fucking time.
That's it.
It's been the other humans or the other factions or whatever. People getting baseball batted to the fucking face.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
yeah.
But it's like. So
Nobody's
I wouldn't have
actually
thought
just
that's how he goes.
taking a bite and gone. I mean, there was another character who kind of went the same way, and you saw them wander off. So it'd be nice
It's
if
bit part players in a sense, isn't it? It's never the main fucking.
it'd be funny if they
corporate.
just let Carl go. Imagine if in the next season Rick's got him on a rope. Carl's like, Rick's just like completely.
Dude, if
gone
I
overboard.
was bit in that fucking show, I'd be smoking a fucking stick of lit dynamite, just walking out into a crowd like, bring it, fuck it.
Another great show I've been catching up with. It's been recently replaying on the Horror Channel. Sequest DSV.
Is that the one with the? No, I was gonna say talking fucking dolphin.
Yeah, Darwin.
Oh, that is the one.
Darwin.
Darwin, that's it.
Roy Scheider.
And that fucking that kid from Sidekicks with Chuck Norris.
Yeah. Brandon.
I don't know. He died. He's
From
probably dead from
Stephen
drugs
King's
now. I'm assuming.
He,
Kid actor in the 90s. He's probably dead.
yeah, he did a lot of drugs and committed suicide, I believe.
Oh fuck! I was kind of kidding around.
Yeah.
Is that actually what happened?
Yeah.
Fuck.
We are on difficult terrain here, guys. I just want to bring this up before we go too far into what Andy's been watching recently. Is we have no Gary tonight, so I have no moderator. and recently there was a comment dropped about me cussing a lot in the last podcast, because of my drinking.
This is so funny.
Now, I would like to point out I wasn't drinking in the last.
You were the only one that was sober.
Yeah, I drove. And so if my cussing was bad then, I apologise because now it's going
To be fair, he
worse.
said the words that were used were, "You're becoming very crass from
Yes.
your drinking." And I was thinking, one, he wasn't drinking, and two, I was like, that's how he talks. I was like, it's like that's what he sounds on an average day.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I might drop some insensitive things. We already discussed about certain material that we couldn't approach upon before we were recording. So if you do get offended, I apologise, but fuck it, I'm gonna say stuff. So, Andy, what have you been watching recently?
do you know what? On Gary's recommendation, I watched Dark.
Nice.
It's a great series. It's if you know what. Well, obviously everyone knows when I say it's a cross between Stranger Things
Yeah.
and Broadchurch. Which, if you ever saw, which was like that police procedural. It was David Tennant. It was set in
BBC One.
No.
or ITV. It was set. I think it was set in Cornwall. Actually. I don't know, but it's kind of similar to that. It's German, right? And it's fantastic. I'm not going to say anything about it because I think everyone should watch it.
Yeah.
The last
Netflix.
Netflix. I think yes.
It's on Netflix. I turned it off after about 10 minutes.
Seriously?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you should persevere with
I
it.
just don't like watching like subtitles and.
Oh, see, no, that's really funny. No, that's really funny. 'Cause that's what I was about to say. Is I watched it dubbed, and that was the thing about it that I was like, man, the fucking voice acting, the dubbing, really isn't translating as to how good the performances look from the actors. I thought the performances were amazing, but I won't spoil it because I don't think Gary's seen the end of it when I talked to him at yours the other night.
Okay.
But like the last episode, the final payoff is fucking brilliant, and you're like, oh, I want more. So I'm hoping they'll carry on.
So you say they should bring in season 2?
Yeah, definitely.
Tom says they should burn it.
Tom says he's going to burn it after 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I really liked it. Dude, maybe you should try watching it dubbed then so you don't have to read the subtitles, but I honestly think that you lose a little bit in translation. So, but it's actually, I know Gary mentioned about the way they handled the time travel aspect.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. And if you imagine, like, they will literally, it's not really a spoiler, it's like, it's involving time travel, so you're seeing characters at a certain age within the series in different ages. Yeah. They will split screen it. So you're like, oh fuck, that's him as a kid and vice versa. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, dude, really worth a watch. That's really good. And a movie that I watched, which it is a Netflix movie, I watched it on Showbox because it's not come onto our Netflix yet, is The Ritual.
The 5 guys that go out to the woods.
Yeah, it's an English movie. So it's like, that's the one with like the main guy, I don't know any names, but the main guy in it is one of the guys from like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead and all that.
Yeah, you know?
Not Paddy Constantine, the other detective. And yes, these 5 guys, there's an event that they're planning a holiday and they want to go on like a rambling holiday in Sweden.
It's like a friend bonding experience.
Yeah, kind of. There's an event that happens at the start which is pretty fucked up, which again, I think it is in the trailer though. And they go off into the woods, and it's what happens in the woods. And it's a very kind of Nordic kind of folklore thing. But it's a movie where it's guys walking in the woods, and you'd think there's a very easy potential for this to be boring as fuck. But the pacing's really, really good, and it keeps you going all the way through.
The funny thing is, obviously, I did wiki it.
Of course you did.
As soon as I did, I did wiki it.
Because you don't like surprises, do you?
I do, and I will really want to watch this film because I got a big Blair Witch kind of feel from it. You know,
yeah,
5 guys in the woods.
It's like Blair Witch, but good.
Yeah, well, I mean, Blair Witch is still good, but instead of being handheld, these, you know, it's a proper, you know, a horror movie. 5 guys out in the woods.
Money was spent, dude.
This weird. I don't want to.
Something is following them in the woods.
Yeah,
that's
something,
the best way to
and
put
it's
and
very well.
Payoff wise, you're like, I didn't expect that, but it's very, very, very good. Great performances all the way through. Yeah, really good. That's about it. I don't think I've been. We've been rewatching Stranger Things as well. The wife wanted to rewatch Stranger Things, so I was like, because I don't think she'd seen season 2.
I still haven't watched it.
So we've rewatched the whole thing.
Again, season 2. The first season was great. Second season, I watched 1 episode and turned it off.
Dude, you got to fucking persevere with some stuff, dude. Because season 2's great. They really like evolve characters better than most seasons I've ever fucking watched.
I've got to get past season 1 though.
Yeah, you need to watch it full stop. What pulled you out of it on season 2 then?
I think it's just the wrong time for me to watch it. I wasn't in the right headspace.
When did you watch it? Was it like late at night or something?
When it came out. I think it's just so much hype, and then I just thought...
Yeah, okay.
Jumped into it too deep,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Have you been watching any great shows?
Yeah, anything you fucking finished, dude?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I was just trying to...
You're checking your history on Netflix.
He's got his Netflix history out. You can't have your pad out and checking your Netflix history.
My memory's bad.
Oh, so. Tom.
Obviously nothing that really embedded itself. We're like, this was awesome. We're like, no, I have to...
There is no way we're going to be able to go back to 1992 with you, are we?
I recently rewatched the entire series of Weeds.
Nice.
All 8 seasons.
Nice.
Cool.
And
I never
that was good
it.
because I'd not watched it for a while.
No, I fucking turned it off.
Really remember it.
It's a woman trying to secretly sell pot through a flower shop, I think, was the premise.
Not a flower shop, no. Just more her husband dies, so she starts selling weed.
Yeah.
And then she starts expanding and getting bigger, and then everything just goes...
It was like pre-fucking Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
But with fun drugs, not meth.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, I can deal with this.
8 seasons, nice.
Yeah, it's good.
I watched, tell you what I have watched by proxy, because my wife started watching it, and like, it's one of those where sometimes your wife's watching something, and I was like, I'll be doing some painting or something next to her, and she's like, you know, like, oh, I'm just going to watch something. Like, yeah, fine, I'm not really constrained. And then you get sucked into it. It's Grace and Frankie
Right.
Netflix, which is oh fucking hell, I've forgotten all their names. Oh my god, no, this is terrible. Fucking Jane Fonda. Oh my word.
Okay.
And I can't remember the name of the other girl, but you remember like 9 to 5, right?
Yes.
So not Dolly Parton, the other one. Okay, is it Veronica?
With the black hair.
Yeah.
Shirley.
So it's
Shirley,
those two, right?
Shirley something.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it's like those two, and I started watching it. I was like, oh my god, if Dolly Parton doesn't turn up, I'm gonna be really pissed. and I was like, why? I'm like, because fucking 9 to 5.
9
and
to
she's
5.
like, what? And I was like, oh, and I had to go out and buy 9 to 5 so we could watch that.
You bought 9 to 5 on DVD?
No, I didn't go out to like actually buy it because I found it online, but she won't watch it with me. She's like, no, I'm watching this instead. But I'm like, you have to fucking watch 9 to 5. It's like a great movie.
I'd secretly watch that movie.
I fucking love that
Dolly
movie.
Parton in the cowgirl outfit.
Totes.
Yeah.
I'm down with this. There's 2 really good reasons to watch that.
Man, games I've been playing recently. Shadow Warrior became free on Xbox One.
Right on.
Shadow Warrior was...
Games for Gold, was it?
Yeah, this is the remake of the Shadow Warrior that came out in 1997 after they released Duke Nukem.
Oh, when we were 15.
Yeah.
Good.
Coordinated.
Well done.
And this is the HD remake. Oh, so much fun. It's basically a step up from Duke Nukem Forever, which I know isn't much, you know, but still, they kept in some fun elements that you would find in Duke Nukem Forever. Took a step back from the new Doom 2016 and kind of coordinated in Shadow Warrior, because you're just running around, you know, 2-hand machine guns, samurai swords, pulling off special abilities, killing demons left and right and center, blowing them up. So much fun. I mean, if you can get a cheap copy of it, I mean, 2013 now.
Well, it's free,
it came
so
out.
on Xbox Live.
Yeah,
Is it still on Games of Gold, or has it moved over?
Probably taken off now.
Oh, okay.
But if you can get it, download it. It was so much fun.
I've just realised, because of what I've been playing recently, actually ties into something that we watched together.
Okay.
Well, we did watch the Royal Rumble since we talked about that.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah. Are you going to kill someone? Were you going to verbally kill someone on this one?
Oh, I can't... Didn't write his name down.
I think that's probably a good thing, because you were fucking ranting when we watched
I have to put this out to people now. I should put it in this podcast actually before our 24-hour Twitch stream, which is actually being recorded the same night as WrestleMania. Spoilers, people, especially wrestling spoilers, especially the night.
Just saying, people fucking work.
Don't go.
We
to
don't
the
all get to
comment
watch
section.
it live.
Just don't go to the comment section. Leave it about 8 hours. You know, leave it about 8 hours. We'll all get together. We'll all talk about it. Maybe on the Tuesday. You know, like I said, I can't remember the guy's name, but you commented.
You called him motherfucker a lot.
Well, because I woke up, I went to the comment section, and he'd already been there and posted who had won the Royal Rumble, and I thought, damn you!
I rocked up at his in the morning.
Damn you to hell!
Drove around and I was like, yeah, bro, Royal Rumble. He's like, yeah, I can't fucking wait. I already know the winner. And I was like, my first reaction was, did you fucking wiki this shit?
I had it spoiled for me, and it just, I just knew. So it was kind of nice watching it with you, because it was like watching a child watch it. Because you're like, I really hope this person comes out, and I'm like, I really hope he doesn't get eliminated. You know, I'm going off. Dude, don't you want me to pause it? No, I'm all right.
Yeah,
you know,
I'll just go off to make a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'll make the coffees and just keep us watching it.
Well, you've been playing Gears?
Pretty much, yeah. Just Gears.
Just Gears. You love your Gears of War, don't you?
Did getting the level bonuses.
They had any events on? I keep saying events keep coming up on my Xbox One that I never fucking play.
Yeah, I don't bother with the events. They're not great, you know, so yeah, just keep on King of the Hill.
Just still play King of the Hill.
Yeah.
I used to love King of the Hill.
What was the last one? That was the one with Marcus' son, wasn't it?
4.
So they're possibly planning on dropping.
Don't talk to me about it, because you've only read it on Wikipedia. Not played it.
No. I stopped playing it after Gears of War 3. Thank you very much. I mean, come on. Nobody can
Controversial,
explain
I know,
to
but
me.
I like Judgment. I enjoyed Judgment.
Yeah.
Campaign was alright.
Campaign
online,
was good.
No.
Online probably wasn't good, but it had a bit more of an arcadey feel. You know, there was a lot more like things were faster. You could like throw grenades a lot easier, and people had a problem with that. And it was like, it was just. At least it's a bit different and not just a skin of 3.
Yeah, but
they weren't as good.
They just started becoming skins, though. But they're just adding in these different weapons. Like I said, I lost it after the Queen had a human face. And I can understand
there was no reason for that.
Why she...
I've read all the books and it's still like... There's still no reason for
why?
this.
Why?
That's why everyone's like, "Oh, it's Marcus's mother," and I'm like,
that's my
maybe
theory.
Yeah, but it ain't.
Yeah,
it ain't. No, she's got a human face.
She's got a human face. Why?
Just, do you know what I was about to say? Is like, it's kind of like I make the feeling like they made her. They did her model back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, she came into 2, right? She wasn't in 1, was she?
No.
You heard her voice.
You heard her voice. She came in 2.
And then they were like, well, she's got a kind of human voice. We should make her human and stuff like this. So, and then they just had to go with it and add nothing. Just reminded me of the Cloverfield paradox.
Oh.
We got a generic sci-fi film. Let's slap Cloverfield over the top of it.
See, you said you watched that and didn't enjoy it.
It's a weird film, dude. I like the first 2 Cloverfields. You seen it? You watched it?
No.
Of course you have. You get to like 10 minutes into it.
Cloverfield, yeah.
Yeah. It's like it kind of goes up and you're like, oh, this is okay, and then it just dies off, man. And like, I text Gary that it was on Netflix, and he was like, sweet, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Halfway through, like, without spoiling anything, there's kind of like a little bit of a comedic thing, and it's set in fucking space and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I text him saying, this is like if Danny McBride wrote Event Horizon. It's just like, they're kind of cracking jokes and some weird shit's going on, but the weird shit's not a touch on like any other stuff we've seen.
Yeah,
people have got a real hard time with this movie, and they're like, oh, so it's set in space at the time that Cloverfield happens? You're like, no, it's a completely different dimension.
Yeah.
Same as the second. They're all in different dimensions. All this does is explain to you why the movies are set in different dimensions.
Right. Okay. Which is a good thing.
I don't know. I was a little shocked.
So by the end of Cloverfield Paradox, you were just like, I don't want to watch another Cloverfield.
It felt like what it was, which was a generic sci-fi movie that they already had, which they then tweaked and copy and pasted a Cloverfield theme over it.
Weirdly enough, I got that same feeling with 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I have not watched it. But it looks really, really good.
There's some weird callbacks to it.
But I'm just like...
the woman in Cloverfield Lane who pops up at the end who's all like, it's fine out here. And it's like, bitch, you're fucking... Spoilers, sorry.
Spoilers.
She's like, it's fine out here or whatever, help me. And it's like, bitch, you're clearly melting. She's like a newsreader in Cloverfield Paradox, and like the name of one of the guys who's talking on it has like the same last name as John Goodman's character, so it's like it kind of ties it together in that way, but it's very fucking loose. It's very much like, what can we copy and paste over the top of this?
Right, okay. So
thanks, JJ. You know,
a no-go.
No, full of shit. To be honest.
Yeah.
Why is it called Cloverfield? I'm just wondering, because I've not seen it.
The Cloverfield Paradox is a theory, which Donal Logan, you know, the guy from the original Blade movie and obviously Gotham, who plays Bullock at the minute, is, you know, Grounded for Life, that dude.
Right,
he shows up on a TV screen talking about what they're trying to do is there's an energy crisis that they're trying to solve, and they set off this big reactor in space trying to do the whole God particle thing in space, basically. This is
always a good
I'm sure
idea.
Someone's going to correct me in the comments if this is what actually happened. I'm not a fucking physicist, not a scientist. So basically, the Cloverfield Paradox is the theory that he has. He's like, read my book, Cloverfield Paradox, where he's like, basically says we're going to unleash shit from other dimensions, maybe creatures, which is the only good bit in it being a 40k head is I was like, fuck dude, it's the warp. Sweet.
Nice.
Like,
yeah.
So that's why it's called Cloverfield, but I mean, they didn't plan that by the first one, so this is why I was like, it feels very much like, fuck, how can we tie this to something somehow? And
wasn't the first one, Cloverfield, was the name of the studio, or the name of the street that the studio was on?
I don't know. I quite like the first one, but...
It's a good monster movie, it's got some cool moments. Like I said, I haven't seen the second one, but wouldn't mind.
I was only asking because I had an image in my head of the brand of butter, Clover, and...
What, you thought it was something to do with that?
Yeah, the field the cows are in, so Cloverfield.
So I'm going to have to look really carefully now at the cover of that thing to see if, like, is that a cow in it, or is that secretly the fucking monster or something?
So we're talking about Cloverfield. You're thinking of butter and cows in the field.
Yeah, maybe a monster cow or something.
Sounds legit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Do you know what? For what they did for the third one, your idea is better.
Okay, on to the news section. So, Andy... Joaquin Phoenix, or Joaquin Phoenix?
Hairlip Phoenix.
To play the Joker.
I'm down with that.
For Todd Phillips' DC movie.
It's kind of fucking crazy.
Now...
I'm failing a nerd test. Wait, I'm going to fail a nerd test. Todd Phillips, remind me, what kind of shit has he done again?
Instantly
realising why we need Gary.
Yes, Gary? We should text Gary. No, he can't. He's in work.
Comments will fire
He's in
up.
work,
Okay,
yeah.
forget it. Yeah.
He's doing a DC movie, so he must have done something pretty good.
Probably. Well, isn't it? Really? Rewind that back in your head. Well, he's a DC director, so he must have done some quality work. Well, hold on.
But, I mean, we've been wanting a new Joker since, say, Heath Ledger.
Hangover.
Oh, that's it. I knew the name.
Nice.
War Dogs as well. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm down with that. I mean, well, I like the Hangover trilogy, but look, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix is like a fucking interesting actor, dude. I know a lot of people like sometimes, oh, he's fucking shit, and sometimes he's great, and blah blah blah. But I'm like, geez, unpredictable as fuck. Look at that weird documentary thing that he did. I can't remember what it was called, where he played himself having a nervous break, and people thought it was real, and he like lived it for a year, where he became like a fucking rapper and stuff like that. You remember? So it's like he's like fucking off the wall.
He's walked the line at the moment. And
that was a different singer he was talking about.
Buffalo Soldiers. Buffalo Soldiers.
There you go. So yeah, I could see him doing it.
See, I think
as long as it's the right kind of Joker, dude. Like, you know, plays his age and stuff like that.
In my mind, you know, we're talking about it says a standalone and origin set Joker movie.
Yeah.
Now, there's going to have to be a hint of Batman in there at some point. And do you, you know, are we just going to use a silhouette at that point?
I mean, are you going to do the Red Hood story?
How dark do you want to go with the Joker and Gotham City? You know, how dark are we going? Or are we just going to have people die and it's going to be a 12A?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the problem, dude. Is I mean, like, fucking DC's burnt so many fucking bridges with, like, you know, what we're gonna come to expect. It's like Marvel, you can fucking just throw shit out everywhere. But like, God, I hope they do this. I hope they do that.
Yeah,
DC movies
stories.
now, and I say this is like fucking, you know, Batman's my guy and everything. But I'm like, DC movies now, I'm just like, man, I hope this doesn't suck.
Yeah,
you know. But
I found Gotham the TV series pretty good.
Yeah, I like Gotham. Yeah.
So maybe if they go,
how many seasons they on with her?
5, I think. Something like that.
5 seasons now. Nice.
I'm only on 2, so
I won't say anything.
I don't know.
See,
might be less. Don't you know? I might get that wrong.
I couldn't get into Gotham TV series mainly because seeing all the villains there looked awesome, knowing full well that nothing bad was going to happen to any of them until the Man in Black turns up and takes them all down with batarangs and shit.
Well, I mean,
so you know,
the hero is James Gordon, obviously. It's GCPD. It's about the GCPD.
Yes,
but that kid who plays Bruce Wayne,
yes, but they're not going to kill the Penguin off. They can attempt to kill the Penguin off halfway through season 3 if they want to, but he has to be back by season 7 once Batman starts to learn to fly. You know, because they've got to hook those two in. You know,
I mean, at some point, dude, I think you'll know if they ever run out of ideas, because what they'll do is they'll just jump it 15 years into the future and have that fucking kid as Batman, won't they? You know?
Oh, live action Batman Beyond. So he's got like rocket boots and shit.
That would be 50 years into the future, I guess. But yeah, dude, that'd work. Yeah, the thing with like the standalone Joker movies, the only problem you've got is sort of like, it's going to be an origin, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. It's like, well, I mean, if it's playing into the current fucking meta of DC movies, then it's like, is that the origins of Jared Leto's Joker?
Yeah.
Which is like, Joaquin Phoenix is way fucking older, so it can't be like, you know, is he going to play an older Joker in a movie and we're going to get a young guy and Jared Leto's in the middle? Because
flashbacks.
I'd like the idea of having, like, Joker evolve in the same way he does in the comics, where it's like Jared Leto's playing that fucking gangster version of the Joker with the fucking stupid grilling and stuff.
Yeah.
Or how about then later you fucking move over into, like, you know, Joaquin Phoenix plays a different version again of the Joker. He's like, he's that age. He's 15, 20 years later or something. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but he ain't a fucking Sprite Chicken anymore.
No, he's definitely not.
So, but then, yeah, an origin story, I don't know. There's the information that's come out, there's too many fucking variables at the minute. Cool.
Yeah.
But I'll still go and watch it. So
night release. Yeah.
You've still got my money.
Everything goes here if it's a joke story.
At this point, I'm like, I feel like someone in an abusive relationship where I'm sort of with DC, where it's like, you have all the shit and then you get Wonder Woman and you're like, yeah, he treats me like shit, but sometimes he buys me flowers.
Yeah. So, looking at the notes that Gary has left me, because obviously he doesn't like
big capitals. Iain, don't talk about Kevin fucking Spacey.
No Kevin Spacey bombs. Yeah, can't talk about that.
29 minutes in, Fanny's playing the drinking game.
Right, okay. He must have known what we were going to be talking about. Cloverfield 4 is finished filming. Set during World War II, going by the title of Overlord, heading to cinema.
Why not?
like you said, dipping in and out of the universe with weird kind of god particle alien monsters.
So like any random World War II movie just finished filming and JJ's walking around a studio with Cloverfield stickers. Just like, bam, now you're a Cloverfield movie.
There you go. You're a Cloverfield movie. No, I'm offset. No. Special effects, we're going to like cut your budget in half and stick it over here on this film.
So that one's going to be a cinema release then?
That's what they say, but I mean, Netflix it might go to if they really cut the budget. Game of Thrones creators going to work on a new Star Wars film.
Heard that. New trilogy, isn't it? Are they doing a new trilogy?
Aren't we already halfway through a trilogy?
Ah, fuck if I know.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, 2/3.
How many solo stories
You can't
have
be
we got
halfway
coming
through.
That's a very good point.
That's why we have you around.
That's why he's carpenter. Maths,
Yeah,
see?
for maths.
Like, it's that kind of attention to detail.
Yep.
That's why my decking is straight as fuck when he did it. Like, see?
But David and Dan
But
are
it's
some
not.
of the
It's
best...
on a slight angle.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
David and Dan are
15
some of the
degrees
best storytellers working today, said Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy in a statement announcing the hiring. The command of complex characters, depth of story, and richness of mythology will break new ground and boldly push Star Wars in ways I find incredibly exciting. Now,
That's a big sell.
they want to expand it, obviously, further than the Skywalker story. Then they need to... They're probably thinking ahead of expanding it further than the Empire Rebel story. You know? Maybe full CGI aliens?
Fuck, dude, who knows?
No, probably not.
Are we going to get incest, though? No, I suppose that's just kind of Game of Thrones best.
No, but we already had that in the original Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. Star Wars did it first. Arnold Schwarzenegger heads for a new Western TV series called Outrider.
Arnie's in it, I'll watch it.
Yeah. If he's playing a cowboy. Has he ever played a cowboy?
Yeah, Handsome Stranger, motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah. That was like one of his first movies, wasn't it?
Oh my god.
Fucking Kirk Douglas, right?
That's going back, man.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
going
pulled
back.
that out of the ether.
Points for that
Fucking
one.
seven shots in a 6-shooter, remember that?
Set in
Wasn't
Oklahoma
Kirk Douglas,
Indian
was it?
territory in the late 1800s, it'll tell the dark and dangerous tale of a deputy who's not only tasked by a notoriously brutal judge with apprehending a legendary outlaw in the wilderness. Boom, I can read.
One take.
Yeah. But must also partner with the ruthless marshal to make sure justice is properly served.
Sweet.
So, I mean, if you're looking at maybe 10, 12 episodes, you could just have like the start off build up of the story, 4 or 5 episodes of them out in the woods and shit dealing with trials and tribulations while they're apprehending this guy, and then getting to the guy and then having to deal with the moral dilemma of what they do.
Yeah. And then season 2 he becomes the good guy and works with them.
I'm thinking now Arnold Schwarzenegger might not go for season 2. Maybe it's a Will Smith kind of thing for like Bright.
Well, does it say what kind of rating it's going to have? Does it give you any kind of...
No, I mean, the final part is, according to Deadline, this is being described as an event series, which usually means a more limited run of episodes. Yeah, so you're probably looking at like 6 or 7 episodes and then...
Yeah, but like you said, then they come back with another series where it's just a different dude or something.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm cool
totally
with that. I
watch
like those
Schwarzenegger.
types of event series and stuff like that, and if they're getting a different actor every time, like I said, I fucking really like Bright.
I mean, I could
I
could probably speak for Gary as well, and he'll be all over this. I mean, Conan the Barbarian with a fucking gun.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
All he has to do is just look at his horse and be like, "I'll be back," and just walk into the saloon.
Punches a camel.
Be like, "Yeah, TV moment right there." Boom. Conan the Barbarian TV series in the works.
Who's playing Conan?
No cash yet, but Game of Thrones
Talk to me when you cast him, right? You know?
Miguel Sapochnik on board
Well
to
done.
develop the series. The story will find Conan driven from his tribal homeland, Highlander style, I suppose, and set to wandering the mysterious and treacherous world beyond its borders. As long as they can incorporate that kind of theme, you know, remember the witch in Conan the Barbarian?
Yeah, dude.
You know, once he's first escaped and he's got his sword and he's killed those, you can.
He turned it
I've
off in
seen
the first
it.
10
Have
minutes.
have you seen Conan the Barbarian?
A long time ago, but yeah.
Long time ago, like
Yeah. Like a long time ago. I can't remember.
last week, the week before.
No.
No, real long time. Okay, great moment where he's got his sword, he's killed these wolves, and he finds this kind of witch out in the wilderness, and she invites him in, and it gets like dirty. But she turns out to be
Yeah,
like
but
an
do you know what's
evil
funny
witch.
is they fuck on a big pile of wolf pelts. So I was kind of like, why? She could clearly have dealt with that, lazy bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you know, She's clearly done it before. Or a bunch of other people have done it for her, obviously.
But if you can keep that kind of theme, maybe go with Spartacus kind of style with the gore as well,
dude,
just for laugh.
Go fucking, what's it called? Hard R or 18, whatever you want to call it.
Not too much of a crew at the start, though. Give him one guy and maybe they go on a couple of adventures, then get the Amazonian woman in.
You want Hawaii 5-0 set in fucking... where is it called? What's the world called again?
Samaria?
Samaria. Thank you. That's what you want, isn't it? Walk them down.
Yeah, you got to have that like old partnership running across the Highlands. You know,
dude,
coming across a dragon and cutting shit out.
It's going to live or die on who they cast as Conan, isn't it?
Yeah,
surely.
Yeah, and I mean, do you want big beef and stupid?
Dude, you can't have anyone that will measure up to Arnie in that way. But it's like, I mean, I didn't even watch that remake with Jason Momoa. I just didn't. It's just not on my radar to watch or anything. It's like a lot of people say it was shit and he wasn't very good and stuff. But I'm like, look, he looks the part enough.
The Titans.
That's what I figured. That's probably why I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
but I mean, as long as the guy playing Conan is fucking.
I mean, come on,
spot on.
Conan the Destroyer is not
Kevin
brilliant.
Sorbo.
Kevin Sorbo. We went there. I mean, I'd even go for Dolph Lundgren over Kevin Sorbo.
I'd fucking watch that. Take my money.
Yeah. Jumanji sequel hits script stage.
Jumanji is a sequel.
Oh, you mean another sequel?
Another sequel to the most recent Jumanji movie.
It's a rock movie that made money. Of course, they're going to make a sequel.
You saw it in the cinema. I really enjoyed it.
No, I watched it at home with a kid and it was brilliant.
Yeah,
really good. Gary went to see it in the cinema.
With writers Scott Rosenberg and Jeff Pinkner.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I kind of seen it in the cinema because the version I was watching had people getting up and walking across the screen.
So you got that fucking cinema experience watching it then.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's reality, isn't it? That's what they do in reality.
I suppose so, but when you're actually in the cinema, you can at least block it out or laugh.
You don't want to throw popcorn at your own TV, do you?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Yeah, it was alright, you know. It was, the bad guy didn't really come across, I don't think.
Oh, who was the bad guy again in it?
Yeah,
he was. I know.
It was the guy who was in
Boardwalk Empire. Yeah, dude, he's really fucking
Steve
good.
Buscemi.
No.
The other guy.
The English actor
Back in the corner.
who was in This Is England.
But yeah, I suppose he could have been a bit better. Do you know what I love though is that New Zealand guy was in it, you know, as the fucking NPC in the car. He's from What We Do in the Shadows, We're Werewolves, Not Swearwolves, that guy. I know I can never remember his name, it's terrible. But he's fucking brilliant, that guy.
I just heard so much about that film and I'm just like, I need it. Why haven't I got this?
Does it say it's going to be the same cast though, or is it going to be a...
No, he's just got here the
do you know what's interesting?
Also worked in other projects for Sony, including Venom.
You think what they could do is because, you know, The Rock and everyone that was in it, Jack Black.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the avatars of the kids that went into it, right?
Yeah.
So you could just have another bunch of kids that go in, and you can use the same actors
or
in Jumanji.
or expand it with more avatars.
Yeah. But it means that you can bring The Rock back. It's just not the same kid who's dumb enough to go into the game twice.
Yeah.
It's a totally different kid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it'll be like a Steam download now instead of a fucking console game.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
It'll be like a one-day sale.
Crates.
Yeah, mate. Oh, it'll be a huge controversy.
Just be like one massive advertisement for games all the way through.
VR sucks them right in. Yeah.
We had recently a sad death. John Mahoney. Passed at the age of 77.
He's talking about Fraser's dad.
Fraser's
right?
dad.
Okay. Yeah.
He was known mainly as Fraser's dad. He was also in. Oh my god!
What was that detective series thing he was in as well? Fucking terrible. It's Fraser's dad, dude.
Yeah, it's Fraser's dad. He was in a lot of films as well. There was a film. Got it. Striking Distance with Bruce Willis, where Bruce Willis was the river cop of the boat. And John Mahoney was in that. Great actor. Sadly passed away. Nintendo confirms there's a Mario movie on the way.
They've seen the first one.
Yeah. I'm just checking the notes.
I didn't laugh loud enough.
The deal emerged late last year, but now Nintendo Tweet has officially confirmed an animated Mario film.
Well, that's okay. I remember the series.
Well, what with the
when we were kids and stuff?
With the live action
when we were kids and you were at university, we didn't
happen.
Well, yeah, but that was the one with the live action guys, wasn't it?
No. I'm talking about there was a series. There was an
Yeah.
animated fucking Mario series.
Cartoon.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, but haven't you seen? I mean, the cartoon spawned from the live action one with the two guys. Did you
With,
guys ever see that one?
what, the one
Oh, well, I saw
was
the
that
fucking
Danny
Bob
DeVito,
Hoskins
you
and
know?
John
No, you had-
Leguizamo one. Whatever.
Same
You
it is.
different.
had the
Yeah.
Bob
I keep on
Hoskins
getting those two
movie,
mixed up.
but then you had a cartoon series. But
Yeah.
you had live action Mario and Luigi, who would start the show off
Oh,
doing their
yeah,
little
you're
intro.
right, dude,
They
yeah.
do the Mario
The
song,
Mario 3 thing where it was on
swing
stage.
your
Yeah.
arms from side to side. Yeah.
Don't remember that.
Block that out, didn't you?
Yeah, for a minute I thought you'd read it on Wikipedia and then you just got the wrong end of the stick.
Someone updated
No,
it. To
no,
fuck with
I
him.
actually watched that. I could actually sing the song if I wanted to. Do you want me to sing the song?
Yeah.
Well, now I do.
Swing your arms from side to side. Come on and join the fun. Do the Mario. Take one step. And then again. Come on and join the fun. Do the Mario. Yeah, boy.
No, I don't remember it.
You don't remember that? Okay. So next, Jim Caviezel returning. Caviezel?
Jesus Christ.
Returning as Jesus in the Passion of the Christ sequel.
Fuck off.
Really?
That's what it says here.
Was
as
it like
Jesus Christ in
Passion
the
of Christ, the New
sequel.
Testament?
There are things that I cannot say that will shock the audience. Caviezel says.
Caviezel.
It's great because stay tuned. I won't tell you how it's going to go about it, but I'll tell you this much: the film he's going to do is going to be the biggest film in history. It's that good.
Wait, when he says he, who's directing this? This sent fucking Mel Gibson again, surely.
Possibly, but return.
Passion of the Christ was alright then.
Caviezel.
Fucking for a snuff movie.
I mean, Caviezel is returning as Jesus in the Passion of the Christ sequel. Now, I have a few questions. Okay, do you think it'll be coming out at Easter?
Do you think that's what it's going to be?
Yeah. Do you think the tagline will be like resurrected?
Do you
this
remember
Easter?
if at the end of Passion of Christ in the credit it said Jesus will return in Passion of Christ 2 Easter? Or something like that.
This time it'd be like John Wick style. I imagined it was John Wick style. Okay, so
Remember
he's walking
Family
down,
Guy did a sketch, didn't they, where
And
it was Jesus and fucking Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
And it was like,
but the tagline is they crossed the wrong
fuck
man.
off. Oh. Go back to talking about Kevin Spacey. You're going to infuriate so many people with this.
They crossed the wrong man. How good is that?
I want to buy your movie.
And at the same time, I've got trailers. That was the last of the news. Yeah. So
Well done.
we're on to
You
trailers.
did well
now.
there, dude. Well
I
done.
mean, you guys got any news of films that you've heard of?
Gee, I'm still just processing the fact that there's going to be a Passion of the Christ sequel. It's going to take me the next 2 hours to get over that.
But we watched the Incredibles 2 trailer.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yes.
Do
Love
you know
The
what?
Incredibles.
I made notes as we were watching it, and all I wrote was best superhero movie of all time.
Yes, and I can
'Cause
vouch
it
for
is.
that because it's actually Johnson John's favourite movie as well.
So naturally,
Who?
Johnson John voice Duke Nukem.
You
Who?
know.
You know who Johnson John is.
You're mean to
Who?
me.
You've seen the picture enough times, Tom. I've shown you the picture enough times. But the Incredibles.
I assume,
2,
like me, you just get he randomly when he's hammered, he just send at like 1 a.m. I'll just get a Facebook Messenger like pops up with him with Johnson John like, remember that time when I met Duke Nukem? Remember?
man.
And I'm like, dude, it's fucking 3 a.m. He's
sent
like,
me-
love you. Click.
He sent me a birthday message. That
I know
was
he
awesome.
did.
sent
That
me a
was
birthday
fucking
message.
sweet, dude.
But I mean, the Incredibles. The story looks awesome. The fact that
Very
he's-
female empowering. The fact that they're putting Elastigirl.
Yeah,
That's what I
Elastigirl
always
is
fucking
going
think
out there.
of.
She is kicking ass with her powers. Mr. Wonderful? No, Mr. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Clues in the name, literally.
okay, drop it there.
It's literally their
You
surname,
know?
dude.
All right, I know. What's the name of the woman who makes the garments? Then
Edna Mole.
fuck you, man.
Wait, this is literally one of my favourite movies of all time. You can't fuck with me on this one.
Okay, what's the name of
Frozone.
What's his alias?
Sam?
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's Sam.
But yeah, massively excited. I think they said it's coming out June this summer, or at least.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a summer blockbuster.
It's going to piss all over Han Solo, isn't it?
Yes,
Gonna
well,
ruin everything.
we'll just jump to that one actually.
but
Yeah, Star
Isn't there
Wars.
Infinity Wars out soon as well? Or...
Yeah, I mean, that's summer too, right?
Infinity, oh, Avengers. Yes, that will be a big one.
Yeah.
Superhero
Yeah, but I think those two
showdown.
movies are... It's the same fucking company, isn't it? It's Disney.
Yes.
Oh,
So they both went. So they just
So
went.
they're like, don't care, money everywhere, no one gives a fuck.
Money, yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas is going to be a good time for them.
Isn't
In the
it?
Disney
Wasn't there a
house.
thing about Incredibles where isn't it 14 years since the first one come out, and there's that line that Syndrome drops on him where he's like, too late, 14 years too late, and people have been memeing that out everywhere.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Ah.
Which is fucking sweet when shit like that lines up. It was like It being released 27 years after, and it's the 27 year cycle, whatever it was.
Nice.
Like, you know what I mean? That cycle.
Nice.
Stuff.
Yeah. So Star Wars Solo Story.
That's the first time I'd watched the trailers when we just watched it.
You know, I like the look of the Millennium Falcon. They must obviously have to redesign it at some point, probably after this movie, because it's. Oh, Tom doesn't like spoilers. Yes, I'm sorry, I completely forgot.
What was the spoiler? That the Millennium Falcon's in the Solo movie?
Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
that's hardly a spoiler.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say, I think you're
Chewbacca's in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Only
I'm
note,
surprised.
the only note I wrote down was
Lando-
young Chewbacca's hair
Lando
looks amazing.
Calrissian's in it. They look like they're going
So
with
I've seen the picture of the guy.
They're going with a kind of rogue story theme with it, with its kind of dark grittiness.
Looked a bit darker in the trailer.
Which looks nice. But am I know I'm just going to wiki it anyway when it first comes out on the night it's released. So that doesn't bother me. What does bother me is that regardless of how much danger Han Solo gets into, he isn't going to die.
What if he does though? Wouldn't
That would be really fucked up. And
you wouldn't
Force
have
Awakens
to wiki
would-
it because the internet would explode
The
everywhere.
Force Awakens, would just take out my dining room. You know, my DVD collection would just implode in on itself. But come on, that's the
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's hard to like. They have to bring in a lot of new characters that you've never seen to give there any kind of peril in the story.
Yeah, for the story to really look.
But that's all
dramatic
prequels.
and build that character up. So when I see, I think it's Angela Bassett is in Solo Story,
Right.
but
She's fucking awesome.
it could be. But you've got these background characters that look absolutely badass, and like I said, going with the rogue story kind of theme, it's going to be some dramatic deaths, and I'm going to be like, that's hard. I don't
Rogue One, where spoilers, everyone died.
Yeah. But those death scenes were still.
Dude,
freaking
it's
awesome.
fucking excellent. I loved Rogue
Yeah.
One. I thought Rogue One was great.
Tom, massive Star Wars fan, excited for Solo Story.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll watch
It'll
it.
be. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Han Solo was my favourite character back in the day. So, you know, it's always better than Luke Skywalker.
Do you think they'll keep the life debt relationship with Chewbacca, or they'll bring in something new?
I'd like to see the meat in this movie.
What, the meat being eaten? You mean like in...
Yeah, no, not when Chewie goes vegan. No, I'd like to see how they fucking... Because that's not touched on the trailer, they're just there together, aren't they? in the trailer?
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be really good to see how they... I mean, like, as much as I love Star Wars, I've never read any of the books. Someone might be screaming on, like, listening to this online going, fucking, this is how they met because of this book, but I've never...
Yeah.
I don't know that, so
I
that
mean,
would be really cool.
his whole relationship with Jabba the Hutt wasn't even touched on in the trailer. You know, they have to kind of jump onto that as well.
I guess they could.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
it's Star Wars. I mean, in a way, it's kind of like the DC movie problem where you're like, this ain't that hard to get right, surely, because it can just be exciting.
Yeah.
You can have a 90-minute movie where you just get them in, get them out, thrill them, done.
Yeah.
Real easy. Just
But
a
you can
snapshot
go a
of
little
life.
bit too far to one side.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the struggle that they've got with maybe Sony holding some Marvel licenses.
Maybe.
and
But again,
maybe
with
some DC
Solo,
films.
it's like, they got my money.
I mean, I don't know if it's Sony doing the Venom movie. Then they just dropped the Venom trailer.
The trailer has the Marvel thingy line. I think it's the same with like Spider-Man, where it's being produced by Marvel Studios. I might be wrong there. But.
Yeah, but I mean, I like Tom Hardy. I have watched The Dark Knight Rises a few more times to get over the fact that I hate the film.
Why?
Because there are just too many points in the movie. But Tom Hardy,
Oh, dude, you can drive fucking trucks through the plot holes in that movie.
Tom Hardy's still a good actor. But I'm interested to see how they work the Eddie Brock character. You know, he's going to be the anti-villain. Carnage has to be what his name is, literally Carnage. He has to be ripping and killing people left and right, or you will lose.
Is Carnage definitely in it?
It's definitely not Spider-Man.
Well, look, this is one thing, is what I said, because I can't wait for this movie, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But that trailer is fucking...
They-
nothing
they-
happens
they
in that
tell
trailer. It's a
you
fucking
nothing.
bullshit trailer.
Yeah, they tell
It's
you
barely
nothing.
a fucking teaser. The only thing that makes you realise it's a fucking Venom movie, apart from the last bit where it says Venom, is the fucking dude opens the case, you see what looks like the symbiote, but that could
Yeah.
be fucking anything.
That could be anything.
You know. So I can't really comment. What I will say is there was that picture that they tweeted out real early, and it was like a shot from down here by his chest of Tom Hardy, and he had like a tactical vest on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe they're going like Agent Venom.
Yes.
Or something.
Yes.
So that's interesting. I'm looking forward to that movie, but I would like to see a fucking trailer that is a trailer for a Venom movie.
I didn't actually think of that.
At first,
kind
that
of
trailer
movie.
looked like a cut-together fan-made movie that you see on YouTube.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there was a point where the camera was following behind him. Obviously, Tom Hardy, when he builds it, was always like big fucking shoulders.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it thinking, like, that's a cut from Warrior, isn't it? Like, you know, and I thought it was a fake trailer for a second, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't actually think about that, but if they integrated, like they did with Spider-Man Homecoming, integrated Spider-Man with Tony Stark into the Marvel Universe,
Yeah.
you have Venom go through the movie, deal with Carnage, beat the shit out of
you
him,
know.
and at the end of it, get called up by S.H.I.E.L.D. to say, why don't you join up as
Or AIM.
Agent Venom? Yeah. Last trailer, obviously, this is the big one though. Deadpool 2.
Take my money.
What?
You seen it?
I've only seen an early trailer where he was changing in the phone booth.
No, where Uncle Ben dies. Isn't it? It's
No,
like someone's getting mugged behind him.
Yeah, somebody's
but
getting
he goes over and checks his wallet. He's like, Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a while ago. so.
This new one, Cable, Josh Brolin.
Yeah, mate. It's pure Deadpool. That's the best way to, as in the way they did the first one. This trailer is, it's so on track to be the same as the first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the humor and everything like that. Fuck
Yeah, and I love Ryan Reynolds. I loved him in Green Lantern, which I know a lot of people were shocked by, but you know, this guy did Deadpool, so.
Oh, All's Forgiven. It's all
But
good.
yeah, Green Lantern. No, not All Forgiven. Green Lantern's a good movie.
It's not that bad.
It's not the worst.
Immediately
You know?
stop talking to both of you.
Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I like that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Let's not go there yet. Deadpool.
Can you put all these worms away, please?
Deadpool 2. I mean, the time travel and just kind of over the top wacky behaviour. At least they
I
don't.
just love when they show him with the green arm and they're like, and you get the voiceover and everyone going, wait, what the fuck? The trailer's not even finished yet? Can someone put the CGI in this, please? And yeah.
I love the granny sequence where she's pointing the gun in the completely wrong direction.
Yeah, and he's like,
And
moves
he
it.
just kind of moves it. I'm like, I don't know who he's aiming at, but
Because she was amazing in the
Doesn't care.
first movie, wasn't she? Yeah. When she's putting
Yeah.
the IKEA thing together and she's like, fucking IKEA.
So this year of movies, I mean, it's going to be big. The big one is obviously Avengers, and like we said, with the last few minutes before we go into part 2, Gary's working this week. Black Panther's just dropped. Mad excited for it.
One of the guys come into work yesterday, he's gone to see like the fucking midnight show and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, how was it? He's like, dude, it's just like, he's like, I don't want to tell you anything. He's like, it's just so fucking good. He said, but I said, what he did say is, you know where Thor took like the humour that had been established with like Guardians and fucking turned the volume way up, didn't
Yes,
it? And
yeah.
he said, this is like kind of like what Guardians did, but going another way, where it was like, this is the way the movies are, and the way that Guardians came in, and it was like, oh, they've gone a totally different way with this Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is like a kind of way fun thing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like they found another fucking path from the standard of the Marvel universe that
Nice.
this fits into perfectly.
Yeah.
So it's like, fucking sweet, dude. Like, you know.
I love the fact that they've just gone, here's Wakanda. You know,
Oh yeah,
this
they don't
is
fuck around.
this is a big part of the universe.
You seen the trailers for it, right? Because none of us have seen the movie. You haven't seen the movie yet, right?
No.
You seen the trailers?
No.
Honestly, dude, that last trailer especially was so fucking good.
Yeah.
That I swear, DC executives must have been watching it in a boardroom going like, why the fuck can't we do something this good?
yeah.
How fucking hard is this? I'm like,
Yeah. And I know for a fact, like I said, Gary's at work right now, and he said that the cinemas have been jam packed. So I mean, if Black Panther is doing this good, Avengers: Infinity War, I feel it's going to just smash DC to the ground.
probably. It's not hard.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
They're doing everything right. At the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll bring us to the end of part 1. Join us for part 2, where we'll be talking about films from our 15th year to go into
Possibly.
the 15th episode. Yeah. Stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of our podcast, which today, like I said in part 1, was a bit strangely themed. You know, there was a bit of, you know, research communication error back in Off the Shelf Reviews headquarters, but
that
we're
building
going
full
with
of monkeys at typewriters that we call HQ.
We're going with 15th podcast episode, so films that were out when we were 15.
So for us, it's the same, right?
Yes, for us is 1997, and for Tom is 1992, and Gary is a year younger than us, so he is 98. Now, where were you?
You almost went the wrong way then.
You did.
Where were you? You know, when you were 15. Now, I hadn't left school at that point, and films wasn't exactly on the top of my to-do list. I loved films. Don't get me wrong. You know. And I was trying to complete school at the same time. Bit of a flashback story here at the moment, so keep up. You know, I'm being told I'm going to have to get a job. You know, you've got to just go out and get a normal 9-to-5 job and just earn a paycheck. Internet had not been born at this point. Reviewers, you know, we had Barry Norman on BBC
fuck,
One.
yeah, dude.
You know, for film reviews.
Yeah.
Barry Norman was like my fucking idol.
He was awesome. He was fucking great. Yeah, but you'd get him for like 30 minutes a week, wouldn't you? You'd just be like 1 30-minute show a week. Friday nights with Barry Norman, wouldn't it? Or something like
yeah. And it would, film.
And then you
Friday.
flick over and watch like Tommy Vance on VH1 or something like to do his music reviews and shit.
Yeah, you know, so reviewing films was like, well, I loved watching
the Radio 1 rock show, you mean?
Yeah. I loved watching loads of films, and I mean, in 1997, biggest grossing movie, Titanic. I mean, it's one of my favourite personal historical fucking moments.
Explains a lot.
Well,
Really?
hates the water.
Yeah, true.
Well, see, I mean, obviously I was in school as well, same as you and everything like that. But I was massively into movies because the most interesting thing that was anywhere near me was the fucking local video shop.
Yes.
So
there was video shops like, yeah.
I was in there 24. I was trying to get a job in there. Do you know what I mean? It was like impossible to like. Basically, I was trying to live out Clerks.
Yes.
You know, and like, but I couldn't get a fucking job in there because everyone wanted that job. Even the manager was like, "Everyone wants a job he makes this piece of piss." I'll be like, "Yeah." This is my first interview. I'll be like, "It does look like a piece of piss. Can I work here, please?"
You get free films.
That's what it is. Like, you just watch movies all day and sign them out. So that's all I want to do. But yeah, man, I remember Titanic obviously because you couldn't miss it that fucking year because it's the biggest grossing movie of all time at the time.
Yes.
But
one of the biggest love stories as well. I mean, Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio's story, you know, obviously trying not to be too crass, was it? You know, girls loved it.
I'll be honest with you, dude. Like, I can watch it now and have a much better appreciation for it. I'd like to think I'm a little bit more cultured than I was when I was 15.
Yes.
When I was 15, I was like, if I have to hear that fucking song on the radio or wherever one more time,
you were going to kill somebody.
And the girl I was dating at the time, I'll tell you a little story, was fucking obsessed with it, and like, you know, we should never have been together because, like, you know, she was like, "I want to listen to that Celine Dion song again." I was like, "Well, I want to listen to fucking Metallica," but even in the 90s, and you know, so we went to see that fucking movie 5 times.
Really?
Okay, wait.
Okay.
And after the first time, I was like, "I want to fucking see that movie again."
Yeah.
So there was basically an understanding that I would go to watch the fucking movie with her, and I'd be rewarded with a blowjob afterwards.
Okie dokie.
So we went to see that movie 5 times. I'm not proud of it. I'm a bit. But so I had a very love-hate relationship with that movie. But
that's a bit of a coming-of-age story right there.
There's a joke in there.
Yeah. Yeah. My mind has my mind has just gone now with the image of Andy going to see Titanic and just.
Oh mate, that's a 3-hour movie. 3 hours sitting there at 15 with a fucking hard on going. 2 hours to go. You could timestamp it. I'd be like, "Oh, we're fucking nearly. He's gonna fucking, you know, the boat's gonna sink in a minute."
But before we go to any other films,
it's not just the boat that's going down.
Are there any other films you had sexual favours for when you were 15?
I remember, man. But I remember I couldn't wait for it to come out on home video.
So you could just fast forward to that one point.
Almost like I just put it on and leave the room, be like, "Call me in 3 hours." But yeah, that was about it.
Titanic, absolutely brilliant film. I mean, Face Off in 1997 as well.
Face Off was fucking great, wasn't it?
See, John Woo, and a lot of people, I hear a lot of people hate the movie, mainly because of the overperformance of John Travolta. and the kind
in a
of,
movie with fucking Nick Cage.
you know, the the overall performance of Nicolas Cage as well.
But you gotta love it because Travolta was giving us his best Cage impression.
Both their performances are amazing in that movie.
Yeah. I saw at the time as well that, like, obviously it's not graphics, but when they synced the voices up with each other's voices with them talking, I thought it was really quite fucking well done.
Yeah.
As well, for
Yeah.
You probably
with
go
the
back and watch
boxes.
it now and be like, this looks like shit, but you know.
With the little boxes that just mess with the voices. Absolutely brilliant. I just want to point out as well, before we get too far into these movies, you know, we were 15 at the time, so these films came out in the cinema that we're talking about. We were obviously watching lots of different films at this point.
Yeah.
You know, I was.
But stuff came out on video pretty quick that year as well.
Yes, and you were making your way through quite a few films. I remember Austin Powers coming out in the cinema.
Man, that was huge, wasn't it?
Yes, the whole 60s theme just kind of blew up.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had like what's his name, like fucking Oasis, like trying to revive like the fucking Beatles and shit as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
So like everyone was like, it was a bit more of a fucking flower power revival with that, so it came out at the right time, didn't it?
Yeah. Tom, you were 1992.
Yeah.
15.
The biggest film that year, Aladdin.
I didn't see it.
You didn't
want to see it.
You didn't pay to go see it in the cinema.
Great movie. That's such a good film.
Yeah, and there's a
Don't
reason.
fucking look at me like that. It's a good film.
There's a reason for that. It's because you were 10 when it came out.
That's a fair point.
Yeah,
no, but I'd watch it now. Robin Williams was great in that movie.
But what films were you watching when you were 15?
Don't know. I suppose 92. So what we got? Wayne's Road.
Nice.
Great
pretty
movie.
good.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was awesome.
Reservoir Dogs came out that year. So
I remember seeing that because Film 4 had been launched as well. And I think that's, I mean...
I remember it was shown
No, but I
on
mean,
Channel 4.
no, sorry, I mean, I remember watching it when it launched on Film 4. That's when I watched it, so I probably didn't watch it.
wasn't
in
like
92.
Film 4 like 99 though, yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing
Sorry to
Reservoir
fucking
Dogs
remember
on
all that
Channel
shit.
4. It was like
Yeah.
shown as a special.
Yeah, but because it was like independent movie at the time, it came onto TV a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Found.
Yeah.
I don't remember to be honest.
Fair enough.
did a lot of partying back in 1992.
92, I was still in school, you know, so...
Well, still, the question stands.
I don't remember. It was,
A lot of parties.
A lot of partying. Yeah. Well, I
it
mean,
was a long time ago.
in 1992, I mean, Alien 3. You
I
know,
like that flick.
That broke the Alien franchise. I remember that time. Everybody was waiting for the third movie to come out, and when it did finally drop, for me, it had come out in the cinema, but I'd seen the first two movies, and I was already an established fan at a very young age. Then reading, not on, like I said, not in the internet, but in magazines and newspapers, reading that they'd killed off the two characters before I'd even seen the film,
Yeah.
it was kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah.
At such a young age. So weirdly enough, when we get to 15, I'm already well established with films that they're just gonna throw whatever they can at me, and they'll change shit up. They've already done it with Alien 3, so I'm not really that worried. Starship Troopers in 97.
Yeah, I went to cinema to watch that. Because I could, because it was a 15.
Yeah, yes. Paul Verhoeven.
I loved it.
I'm looking at Tom. Tom's shaking his head.
Not seen it.
You've not seen fucking Starship Troopers?
No.
Not interested in it. Not. I mean, it's
Must
sci-fi, sci-fi action.
Look, we've established you're not a big movie guy.
I watch movies, but not necessarily...
Not every movie.
when they come out, or all of them, or...
Let's not go near Simon Pegg. we're not going to go Simon Pegg. I think I don't know if I did establish that Tom is more of a music man. He has seen bands that some of us would probably give body parts to see.
True.
So movies. I mean, your movies are kind of more orientated around your music tastes. Weirdly enough,
Detroit Rock City,
I was just about
That's
to bring
an
that
awesome
up.
film.
right?
We're talking age 15. You were listening to at the age of 15.
Megadeth.
Yeah, Megadeth, Metallica,
So
Iron Maiden.
so hard rocking films back then. Like we said, Wayne's World, Detroit Rock City.
What
later
was
on.
because we all still went to the same school, but I would have just about been starting school when you were in sixth form. What car did you? Because you had that fucking Megadeth like painted up the fucking side of your car, didn't you? What was it you were driving?
It was a Mark 1 Ford Escort.
Yes!
Mark 1.
That is the most metal fucking car of all time. Which is like pulling to school when they used to when they used to let sixth formers park there and stuff.
Did you have a tape deck or a CD player?
Yeah. It was a tape deck. I remember the car was yellow when I bought it. It was like £150.
Which in 1992 was like £5,000.
Oh yeah.
Or whenever it was. Not 92.
We sprayed it black and then sprayed Megadeth on the doors. It's pretty
metal.
epic.
Used fucking Citadel black spray paint probably from Games Workshop.
I think I used like 20 cans of spray paint from the auto shop.
Did you ever
flammable fucking car on the road?
I have to ask, did you ever
car spray paint
drive along with Bohemian Rhapsody playing, banging your head?
No.
Oh man, totally missed out.
You still do that now?
Yeah, well, of course I would do it. It's just you had the perfect opportunity back then to reenact.
Yeah, back then it would have been edgy, because like
yeah.
I don't remember. I don't think I did, but yeah.
God.
Okay, going back to 1992. Okay, Tom was 15. He's driving around in his fucking pimp mobile. Michael Douglas, Basic Instinct. That's a pretty damn good film.
Controversial flick at the time as well. I remember that.
Yes.
Didn't see the film obviously because I was 10, but remember the controversy around it.
I think it was noted for breaking video players at home.
Yeah, the pause button.
Yeah, because 15-year-old boys, if they can get out of their cars.
The fuck, that was our dad.
What you're not remembering is back then, films didn't come out onto VHS until a while afterwards, and being that only 15 at the time, you probably wouldn't have got into the cinema.
No, that's...
So we're talking about films that I may not have seen for another 2 or 3 years. Some of them. Some of the the comedy ones, maybe like Wayne's Road, like we said. But then because of films that came out previously, like Terminator 2,
yes,
or Terminator, or Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember Nightmare on Elm Street 4 was quite big when I was like that kind of age.
See, now weirdly enough, this kind of links me to what I was thinking of during the week of coming of age films. Was when you talk about the term coming of age films, teen rom-coms pop up. So I got a long list of coming of age films like American Pie and Stand By Me and all that kind of stuff.
Fucking loved American Pie, man.
But from a personal level, a coming of age movie for me was just like what Tom just said, Terminator and Alien.
It's more about when you were coming of age. So any film that you watched when you were coming of age.
Yeah, but isn't that weird? I was thinking that during the week and I was like, well, no, we're not going to get onto that topic of thinking because we're going to be obviously talking about these types of films. And then when we talk about films that came out in 1992 when Tom was 15, his films he'd previously already seen had kind of moulded what his taste would be.
Now, I kind of remember more films that I've seen when I was younger, when I was a kid. So I remember going to the cinema, watching like
Charlie Chaplin movies.
No, like the Wizard.
Sorry, I just threw that one in there.
At least I'm not ginger.
Oh, let's not get personal.
Nice. Okay.
Anyway, so just films like there's a sequel to like The Wizard of Oz or something. I just
Return to Oz
with flying monkeys and all that kind of stuff.
That was a fucked up movie.
Yes.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff like that. I would have been Empire Strikes Back. I would have seen that in the cinema.
Yeah.
E.T. Films like that, and that they stick with me more because that was I don't know, just maybe I can.
See, I think that's why I remember the ones that I watched when I was 15, I guess, because I was actively seeking out movies to watch, I suppose, back then. That was my favourite thing to do, was go to the cinema or rent a movie. So, man, I fucking remember when I said to you I was going to go off, like when Batman and Robin hit in 97.
Yeah, you love Batman and Robin.
Oh, fuck, dude. That was a bitter fucking pill to swallow, dude, when I went to see that. That was so hard, because it was like, you got to like reading comics at the time. It's like it's 1997, and then you watch fucking Batman and Robin, which would have looked out of place in 1996. It was so 1966 because it was so camp, and I was like, dude, fucking Dark Knight Returns was written in 1986. This ain't fucking Batman anymore. Yeah. Why are they doing this to us?
What was with all the neon colour?
Oh, fuck knows. Joel Schumacher was big into the fucking ecstasy and party scene. Yeah. Who knows? Like, fucking, it was crazy.
The city just looked like undesignable with massive statues.
Yeah, it's like they turned fucking Tim Burton's universe up to 11, basically, hadn't they? But I mean, I'll tell you something really interesting though about Batman and
Robin.
You
didn't get blowjob after
No,
Batman
I didn't. No. When I just punched a cat. I don't know. I was really mad. No, right. If you watch Batman and Robin, you know the scene where they do the underground bike race. You know, fucking Batgirl, whatever she goes off.
Yeah. Alicia Silverstone. Yeah,
and there's the rider there who's called Spike. Right, he's played by a guy called Nicky Cat. Okay. He's done a few things.
Yeah.
Tell you what else he was in. So he plays him in Batman and Robin. Plays Spike. He's got, he gets him to fucking try and line out all the fucking tripwires and shit for her to go through.
Yeah.
He's like, make sure you wait to finish that guy. Yeah.
The gang leader. Yeah.
Right. Fast forward to fucking Dark Knight. 11 years later. The actual Dark Knight movie, Christopher Nolan. Same actor is playing the SWAT guy who's in the van who's like, oh, you got some moves, kid. When Gordon is undercover driving the van.
Really?
How fucking funny is that? Proper walks between the fucking worlds. Same actor is in Batman and Robin and Dark Knight. Two very contrasting visions of the Batman universe, obviously.
That's quite a sneaky little, you can add that onto your job resume.
Fucking right.
Been in 2 Batman movies. One was really good.
The other one killed the fucking franchise until fucking 8 when was it 2005 when Batman Begins come out?
Yeah,
killed that fucking franchise nearly stone dead, dude. Because I mean, look, it made money. Had a budget of 180 million, made 230, something around that sort of mark.
Yeah,
critically,
it was
dude.
The whole surfing aspect, jumping out of that pod thing. Coming down on their
fucking
surfboards.
Security guard at the start,
Alfred's
dude,
dying of this disease, and we've got Batgirl now. And obviously she needs a suit.
Chris O'Donnell looks like 42.
Uma Thurman, she was Poison Ivy, wasn't she?
Yeah. It was just a bad time. Yeah. It's just not good, dude.
Let's step away from Batman and Robin, and we'll go for another one from 1997, which was pretty bad. Spawn.
Well, better than Batman and Robin. But
weird thing was, I'd never heard about Spawn until just maybe about 6 weeks up to the release of the film, and then all of a sudden, being in school, 15 years old, comic books are now this big thing. Because look at Spawn; it's violent, it's aggressive. He's ripping.
Yeah, that was what's so funny. That's where they were going with comic books. At the time,
and I'm like, wow, where did this guy come from? I've heard of Spider-Man and Batman and Superman. The main Spawn's come out of nowhere. Then they're going for the film. And I enjoy the film because at that time, 15 years old, I just stepped into the film. I didn't read the comic books. And the film made me laugh because it was terrible.
I mean, CGI-wise, it didn't help, did it? I didn't mind the film, though, to be honest.
It goes up there with Batman Forever.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
It's definitely better than Batman and Robin.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But compared to the comic books, I remember when the film was released, people I knew who were fans of the comic book just destroyed it, and luckily there was no internet because they would have just been on there.
Well, there was internet in '97, but obviously it was we weren't. It wasn't like everyone had it. So
we lived in the ass end of nowhere. So,
as well. I don't think it quite reached us. There weren't no fucking broadband.
I think what you got to remember is a lot of those superhero movies that came out then as well. They were still better than some of the TV shows that they've made previously.
Very true.
Yes,
like The Incredible Hulk. Maybe.
Well, we'd already had the Adventures of Superman with Dean Cain and Lois Lane.
Lois and Clark.
Yeah. See, that wasn't
Terry Hatcher.
As bad though. Not as bad as.
I like that.
How far into Smallville were we starting Smallville at this point in '97, or was it?
We weren't.
No.
Smallville didn't start until fucking way later, dude. I don't know when it started.
A bit later.
Yeah, 2005 maybe.
But
I don't know.
It wasn't that late, but it was definitely.
Wasn't?
I think it was
in the fucking 2000s.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I hate Smallville. I can't stand Smallville.
I felt it was a duty to finish it because I was like, I'm 8 seasons in, and I'm like, he's got to put this fucking suit on eventually, surely.
See, now there was a film in '97 that actually boosted the cinema in the UK, which I took notice of, but then seeing the film, I was questioning if I wanted to watch it. The Full Monty.
I like that fucking movie, dude.
I like that movie. Now
and that was
older,
huge.
But when you're younger and you're seeing these trailers come out and they're talking about how it's revitalizing the British cinema, and look at all these young actors. You've got fucking Robert Baratheon, you've got fucking Denzel from Only Fools and Horses, and you've got fucking you've got Robert Carlyle as well, but they haven't actually established a career. I think Robert Carlyle had
He'd done like a couple of like crime dramas and stuff. Hadn't he been Hamish Macbeth before that?
Yes,
done that,
Hamish
right?
Macbeth.
Yeah,
did the season 1, but he hadn't done Trainspotting yet. I don't think.
He did. I know he. No, I think he had done Trainspotting. No, wait. Yeah, I think he had done Trainspotting at that point.
But the Full Monty comes out and it's like this is a group of guys who've lost their jobs.
Yeah,
you know, they're living on the dole, and
it's very topical at the time.
They want to start a business, or they want to raise some money, and so they're going to strip.
Yeah,
and you're just like 15 years old. It's supposed to be a good film, but do I want to watch it?
Yeah, obviously your first reaction at 15 when we were 15 was literally like, gay!
Yeah,
but
pass me that copy of Barbed Wire.
I've never seen it.
What, Full Monty?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
It's a good fucking flick though, dude, to be fair.
It's funny. It's got some great acting. You know, like you said, the points are very topical. But yeah, how would we sit Tom down and watch it?
It was huge back in the day. Can you imagine? It was like it'd be like 50 Shades now, like the way people.
Did they do like a live performance Broadway
Oh mate,
show?
there was loads of it, wasn't there? There was like a like loads of charity ones on like Children in Need and shit like that, and like Red Nose Day where they had different people come on and did the Full Monty and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was fucking everywhere. But to be fair, that speaks volumes because it was like worldwide. It reached worldwide, and it was like you're talking at a time when it was very hard for a fucking little British movie to break into America. And it did well, like, internationally.
See, Tom's just looking at his Netflix history at the moment, looking at all the films that he hasn't watched.
It's Google, and I'm checking out 97 because it's bringing some memories back of films I've seen.
It's bringing back memories of posters of movies you've seen. Lost World, Jurassic Park, that was pretty fucking bad.
That was a big one.
That was very anticipated because, like, I remember again watching the first one. The first one was fucking huge.
Well, that's the funny thing. The first one was 93, so 4 years later, you know, they come with Lost World, and I really enjoy that film because it's a bit more action orientated, but still, you know, there's parts in it where I'm just like, why is that in there? Like the T-Rex trying to get out of the boat at the end. I still don't understand how it got locked in there.
Well, it wasn't.
If we do the film review, you'll totally understand when I get to that point.
Okay, fair enough.
But 97, Liar Liar.
Oh, what a fucking great movie.
Jim Carrey at this point was knocking them out of the park.
Yeah, it was the Jim Carrey season for a few years where he'd done like Ace Ventura, Mask, Liar Liar, Truman Show followed afterwards.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
Cable Guy.
You know, Cable Guy. He was the comedy icon.
He was.
And then he's recently branched off into more serious roles. And
dude, he's fucking batshit crazy now.
Yeah, where is he?
Oh, he's on a different plane. He doesn't believe the world is real from the interviews I've seen of him. He thinks we're all like a figment of.
Was this after the Andy Kaufman Netflix?
Did you watch that?
Want to see
Not
that.
yet. No.
Oh, he's so fucking good.
Was it good?
No. Yeah, it's really it's really fucking good.
It looks interesting.
It's very interesting because it's all like behind the scenes footage, like, you know, fucking handheld camera shit where. It's just watching him completely absorb himself into that character.
Yeah, completely be Andy Kaufman.
He is Andy Kaufman for the entirety of the shoot, where the director is saying to him, like, you're gonna get us fucking sued for emotional distress, you know. And being big wrestling fans, like, Jerry Lawler's in that movie as himself. There's points where Jerry Lawler is like, I'm not fucking down with this, he's gonna get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
You know, and you can see he's deadly fucking serious, you know. It's a great documentary.
But at the time, Liar Liar.
Very interesting sit down with him throughout.
Yeah.
So it flicks between that footage and Jim Carrey now talking about it. And there's something very strange about him. That's all I can say. But Liar Liar was funny as fuck.
Liar was funny as fuck, yeah.
Man.
Some great moments in that movie.
There's so many quotable fucking bits in that movie that you still hear it today. Like, I will still hear people be like, "The pen is blue."
I've always wanted to do the sequence where he's in the elevator and you just kind of step out and go, "It's me!" You know, just leave them with a fart. You know, or the girl, you know, she's well endowed upstairs. And she says, everyone's been really friendly. And he's like, it's because you've got big. And then he's got the slap face.
Fucking timing on it is brilliant.
I mean, the whole story with the child, it's kind of samey. And this was one of his kind of drifting off weaker ones. Because he'd already had the hits.
Yeah.
But it's fucking Jim Carrey.
It's a great movie. He carries it throughout, you know, and everything like that. It's another good. The rest of the cast is very good. Like Jennifer Tilly's great in it and everything like that. But yeah, man, that fucking scene where he beats the shit out of himself in the bathroom. And he's like, "I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?" Fuck, that got me hard. That one did. That was amazing.
So Tom, 1992. Did you go watch Last of the Mohicans?
Well, no. Just wasn't it like an 18?
No, I think that was a 15. Actually.
Was it 15?
I believe so.
I mean, Last of the Mohicans,
because it's historical, so it's okay.
When we get to that movie, I'd seen the posters for it.
That was another one where you heard about it.
Heard how good it was. Daniel Day-Lewis, I'd seen him in a few other flicks, like My Left Foot. I watched that. That's a coming of age story.
I've not seen it.
You'd enjoy it. Got some good music in it. Plays the piano.
You know, the thing is like with Last of the Mohicans, is that was the first time I heard about what a method actor was.
Yeah.
That's when I first heard about the concept of what method acting is, when someone was like, I think they actually touched on it in like our English class. Or maybe it was our drama class, probably more probably. I'm pretty sure it was English actually, because I can't remember the film that well now. I have seen it, it was a while ago, but I remember that was the first time I learned about what a method actor was, and I was really like, fuck, that sounds really like intense.
They go straight into story. I mean, the story is so in depth. I've only seen it once, but it's always stuck with me. How, but by the end of the movie, it's not like it's been brutal in certain parts. It's just been brutal, but telling the kind of life that they're living at this point. Yeah, it's fucking absolutely awesome. You said you hadn't seen this when I wrote it down on my list for 1997. Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah, I never saw that. Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I know the film. I know what it is, but I never watched it.
It's really psychological.
Me neither, to be honest.
I saw you shaking your head, so I was just like, I'm not really surprised. Really quite psychological, and strangely enough, Mel Gibson's career has hit highs and lows. Spiraled out of control. I mean, we've already discussed how he could be making a Passion of the Christ sequel.
Because why not?
In this, he was crazy, but he's quoting things that if you were like into that kind of stuff, you knew about.
Yeah, as in I know it's called conspiracy theory, but as in he was like a conspiracy theory nut in it, right?
Yeah, and then obviously it's kind of like the enemy of the state story, where he gets this information and he goes to Julia Roberts, and now she's the target, and they're running away from each other. Patrick Stewart, he plays a bad guy in it, and it's one of those films where I got it on VHS, and I'm just trying to give it to people. You've got to see this film. No.
So Go 15 is like, it wasn't that year, but I think I was doing the same with a copy of Dusk Till Dawn that I had. I was handing it around school like, you got to fucking watch this.
From Dusk Till Dawn. Have you seen the sequels recently? I don't want to go. I don't want to go there.
Not recently, but yeah, I've watched them all. Do you know what?
The first one is amazing, but recently the second and third movie have been on TV. I've caught them.
Every scene in the third one with Michael Parks is watchable because Michael Parks is so fucking good.
Yes, that's probably the only. I haven't even made it to the third one because I keep falling asleep during the second one.
Yeah, you should just skip that one's fucking dreadful.
It's
the only like, I mean, it's not even like, it's barely a Dusk Till Dawn movie.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that makes it Dusk Till Dawn movie is like, oh, Danny Trejo's in it. Right on.
Oh, it's got vampires in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, that's what established the first movie. But no.
Like, at least the third one does a kind of, like, call back to, like, the bar and, sets it in a prequel and everything like that, and...
But they tried to remake it with the TV series recently as well. Well, I say recently, about 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, I did start watching
that. But it's a bit...
Hasn't it got a second season or something as well?
At least, yeah, it's at least 2 seasons.
But I couldn't get into it because the hype and the excitement was it was based on the Gecko brothers heading to the bar and their whole backstory. And I'm like, there's no risk, So I couldn't get into it. I just wanted to go back and watch the first movie.
Yep. Did you actually try watching it, or did you
Wikipedia it? Yeah. I Wikipedia'd like 4 episodes.
That's not quite the same, though, is it?
I didn't have time to watch it. I was trying to watch it.
At least when I watch something and I turn it off, at least I've tried to watch it.
Points.
Points there, yeah.
I'll give you 3 real good fucking action movies that came out in 97, which I really enjoyed. And again, not sure whether I watched them at the time, but
okay.
Air Force One.
Nice.
It's a fucking great movie.
Yeah,
Gary Oldman and fucking Harrison Ford, dude. That is a fucking badass movie where Harrison Ford plays the most badass president of all time. Yeah. And then you had The Jackal with Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Oh,
fucking, that was a pimp movie.
That uranium depleted fucking railgun that blows Jack Black's arm off.
Yeah, like, what a fuck. That is the definition of overkill for an assassination. Loved it. Yes. That was a great film. And then really... guilty pleasure if you want, but it's one of the greatest fucking action movies of all time. Con Air.
Yes.
I fucking love that movie.
Put the bunny back in the box.
That was a fucking all-star cast at the time, dude.
See,
that was so fucking good. And that hair was exquisite.
Around that time, he'd done Con Air, Face Off, and The Rock.
Yeah.
And it was just like... Those three movies were just Nicolas Cage's bread and butter.
Yeah, mate.
You know, they're the cream tea. You went for Con Air.
Do you know it's in Con Air, right? Every single fight he gets in, right, in Con Air, he does the same thing. Someone throws a punch, he catches the arm, and he goes BAM and hits him in their elbow with his elbow.
Yeah. And
it looks real badass, and it also looks like it's the only fucking move the choreographer could think of and or teach Nick Cage. But I remember coming out after watching that movie like, dude, if I ever get in a fight, I'm gonna fuck someone's arm up with that move. Like, that looked really easy. I'm like, almost want someone to try and punch me, and I'd be like, aha!
That's it, you just don't know where to go.
Next time you watch that fucking movie, I tell you, he fucks people's arms up in that like 10 times.
See, the thing was, I watched it the first time, and it kind of dropped for me when the plane landed, because I was just like, this is the end. No, you've got the whole fire truck sequence to go. You know, and it's just like
John Malkovich was fucking great in that movie.
How long is this film? John Malkovich is brilliant. Steve Buscemi is the
Dave Chappelle as well.
Yeah.
Last of the Mohicans is burning, man. That's a callback. You didn't get that fucking joke, did you? You haven't watched it.
What, Con Air?
No, Last of the Mohicans.
I did watch
it. What the fuck are you talking about?
I watched it. I just didn't watch it in '92.
Fair.
See,
yeah, those. It was a fucking good year for action movies.
One of the big films for '97 as well.
Fuck yes, dude.
Oh, Fifth Element. You have a Gary Oldman.
Fight.
The special effects in Fifth Element, I love.
Massively hyped as well. That one, weren't it?
The prosthetic effects for all the aliens are just beautiful. The
greatest gun ever invented.
Oh, yes, and
I don't remember, but yeah.
It has a rocket launcher, poison darts, a
flamethrower, freeze ray,
bullets
nets,
that you only fire one, and all the other tracer rounds just lock
ultramarine rerolls on it.
Oh, it's just fucking awesome.
Sweet.
Sci-fi. Talking about sci-fi guns, big movie for '97, Men in Black.
Of course, Noisy Cricket.
Now, Will Smith had just recently done
Wild Wild West,
Independence Day as well.
Yeah, which was Men in Black after Wild Wild West or before?
I think it was
because that was another fucking. That was again like where Will Smith was fucking doing all these movies, right?
Yeah, and around about this time, I think he
did
Enemy
doing
of the State.
All the songs for them as well.
He didn't do the music for Enemy of the State.
I don't remember that.
That was a great film. But Men in Black.
Wow. That's all I remember.
I mean, yes, you remembered the song for like 3 months after you heard that song from Men in Black. The special effects as well.
At the time.
Yes, and it would set it up for the good sequels. I mean, I do really enjoy
all three of those movies are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, you've seen them?
I've seen the first two.
Haven't seen the third one.
The third one's really funny.
Oh, it's got some time travel shit in it. It's really
that guy's like, he goes to him to get the time travel thing. I don't know who he is, but I've seen him in a few things. Like he's in Orange Is the New Black. He's the guy who's getting the used panties out. It's his brother, and he's like,
really? Like I was supposed to know that.
Well, I don't know if you'd seen it, but he
might have wikied it.
Is that bit where he's like, they've got to jump off the building. He's like, we gotta get high, like real high, and he's like, dude. And he's like, no, I mean like high. He's really fucking good in it.
I didn't want to go for this one, but we were obviously shooting through quite a few.
I know
films.
what's coming.
Yeah, LA Confidential.
I don't think I've seen it.
Have you not seen it?
No, I don't think I have.
I've only seen it once. Tom?
No.
1940s, 1940s.
Russell
Crowe, Los Angeles detective Russell Crowe, Kim Basinger, Kevin Spacey. There's quite a few other big names in it as well. And at the time I'd seen it. At the time I'd seen the poster for it. Heard that it was supposed to be really, really big, and it was going to be this great drama. Obviously, question now what Kevin Spacey was doing behind the scenes after. But
it's confidential, dude.
It's confidential. LA Confidential. After a few years, finally got a copy of it. Sat down and watched it. Absolutely brilliant film. I mean, it's like 2.5 hours long, but the story twists and turns. But you are literally on the back seat of this detective drama.
Nice.
Really, really.
Is it like the LA Noir game?
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people, when that came out, made reference to it, and I was like, I haven't seen it.
All I was thinking
I played the shit out of
I was thinking game. Rockstar was the game, and as soon as you said LA Noir, yes.
Man, that was a fucking great. Did you play that?
I played a bit, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I only played...
Turned it off after 5 minutes.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I only played like a little bit myself, but I've always wanted to go back and do it.
Well, they re-released it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Recently, they did like a remaster of it or whatever. I was quite tempted because obviously the whole thing about it was it was very hindered on the graphics and the facial recognition and stuff like that, which was great. And that also made me think like, oh, I would like to go back and do this with better graphics. Obviously, the better graphics are actually going to make this a better experience. So I might still go back and get that one, to be honest.
Not always.
No, but in this case, yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I don't subscribe to the theory that better graphics make a better game at all. But in this case, when you're trying to make choices based on the character's facial expressions, surely better graphics are going to make it for a much better experience.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm looking at my list. Have you got any more films on your list?
I've got a few horror movies that I wrote down from 97 actually, because
let's do some horror films.
There were some good ones. And again, this was a lot of these did
Titanic. I've never watched it, never gonna. But
that was the film I started with, Titanic. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Where were you?
Looking up 1992 on Google. So these ones as well. I think I did watch most of these in 1997 because a lot of these did come out to video really quickly. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Especially the last one, which is one of my favourites of all time. But I'll just go down the list. So first of all, it is still a horror movie. The Edge. Anthony Hopkins. A bit more of a thriller, maybe. Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin, where they're lost in the woods. Yep. And fucking bear is chasing him, and he's sleeping with his spoilers. And
well, there's a bear in it as well.
And there's a fucking bear chasing him and shit, and it's really, really, it's fucking great.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
And it always makes me think of it's a different movie that Anthony Hopkins did, where he plays a guy who's a gorilla expert, and he's in a mental institution.
Oh, Alpha? Is it Alpha?
Someone will tell us in the comments, I'm sure. Basic Alpha. Primal Alpha. Instinct. It's fucking called Instinct, dude. It's Cuba Gooding Jr. and him, and he's in a mental institution. I think he killed someone, but that performance is amazing. So The Edge always makes me think of those two movies that I watched around the same time.
Yeah.
Definitely. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
That film is so shit.
But again, we're coming off the tail end of like Scream.
Yes.
So we're doing all these this reinvigoration of like the teen slasher drama. You know?
Yeah, we were
fucking Buffy's in it and stuff.
At this point, we were bringing horror figures back. You know, we just established Scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer was coming out. Then soon we would have Halloween.
Yeah. And did this kind of was this? I think this was before. I think from this as well, you then get the pairing of Ryan Felipe and Sarah Michelle Gellar in Cruel Intentions. Before or after, maybe? Because they were obviously in that film together.
I think it was 98, 99.
I think that came afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. Mimic. Fucking underrated little gem, that is.
Awesome film.
You seen that one?
No.
You know the...
3 sequels.
Yeah, dude, I've not watched any of them. I just kept a Mimic, but it's the one where the cockroach... there's a cockroach problem. They release new cockroaches to kill them.
Yes.
And guess what? Those cockroaches get fucking bigger and they start mimicking humans. They can like make themselves look
luring people off.
Really good. Like their wings come down. It looks like they're in a big trench coat and stuff. It's fucking good movie, dude.
Mina Sorvino.
Indeed.
I believe it. One of the Mina. I've reviewed it. I can see her face, but yeah, you've never seen it.
No.
Well, these last two, again, two of my favourite fucking horror movies of all time.
Okay.
The Relic.
Oh, you with the Chimera beast.
in the museum.
Yes.
You've seen that one? That's fucking great.
I think I actually seen that in the cinema, but I don't remember it.
That one's really good. And Wishmaster, which I fucking love that movie.
Yes. Well,
Kane Hodder's in that fucking movie, dude.
There's a lot of horror icons in that movie.
Yeah, bro.
Tony Todd's in it as well. Robert Englund.
Fucking Robert Englund's in it. You basically got everyone in it. Have you seen that one?
No.
Where it's a genie called a djinn.
I've seen other movies.
I know. And
at least one.
They fucking release it, and it grants wishes, but it's like it twists everything, and
it was a mad.
He needs to get you to say the amount of wishes to get him free and stuff. Mate, it's fucking brilliant.
Like I said, we had the horror vitalization with I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
But the masked killer stalking the teens wasn't selling as great as they wanted to. Wishmaster though comes along. I think it was Wes Craven?
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So he's literally just
had a very like Clive Barker vibe to it as well.
Yeah, he's just come off the back of Scream and he's like, here's another idea. Yeah. And I don't want to go into spoiler territory, but what I liked was...
Everyone should watch this movie, though.
When the Wishmaster was released, you know, he's stalking his prey, and people are getting in his way. And if you listen very carefully, you know, he's just waiting for you to make that wish.
Yeah.
So just don't ever say the fucking word.
Yeah.
Just run.
But he stacks the deck to, like, you know, make you have to do that, obviously. So, yeah. So those are some, like, really good fucking horror movies that came around time.
So, Tom, 1992. Lawnmower Man? Definitely didn't see it, did you?
No, I mean, I remember there's a band called Lawnmower Death, but...
Not related to the movie?
No.
Okay.
Well, I remember it coming out, and Pierce Brosnan was the head scientist helping this... Jeff Fahey, actually. So the name has just come to me. He's helping him gain intelligence, because Jeff Fahey plays like a slow gardener, and he uses computer technology.
I think we'd call him autistic now.
We would, yeah. He's slightly autistic. Pierce Brosnan uses like this technology at the time, where you see this kind of liquid form that the people can take on in virtual reality. Well, I remember when it was released.
The idea of what virtual reality was in 92 as well, man, was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and when you see this stuff in the film, I mean, now the special effects are Mega Drive worthy.
Yeah.
It's a Mega Drive game, basically.
Mega CD, I'd give you a push.
Oh, that's a push.
Yeah.
But the fact that this was a film and that they released it as well, I wouldn't have watched it at the age of 15, though.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I think maybe I tried to watch it once. I get that feeling, but I can.
There is a sequel.
You
should probably watch the sequel as well if you're going to watch the first one. The sequel was shit.
I'll tell you one thing from 97, actually, since we were obviously talking about last month about what big wrestling fans we are.
Yeah.
Is that an event happened in 1997 that literally changed the entire business of wrestling.
Yes.
And that was the 1997 Survivor Series Montreal Screwjob. And I could do you know what this is, Tom?
No idea.
It was in Canada, actually.
We could, funnily enough, the Montreal Screwjob was in Canada.
Sorry.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I could do a whole fucking podcast on this one, but
yeah, we'll
very quick version of this is the two competing companies. You got WWF at the time and WCW. WCW has got Ted Turner's money, and they're buying up all the talent. And they're coming on strong at this point. And if you watch another one, you can watch this on fucking YouTube, actually. Wrestling with Shadows, a Bret Hart documentary that was being filmed at the time, so you can see all of this from Bret Hart's point of view, at least, anyway.
Yes.
So Bret Hart is in a 20-year contract with Vince McMahon and WWF, and he's then told that basically he can't afford it, and that he should go and open up negotiations to go to WCW. Okay.
Yeah.
So Bret Hart Bret Hart is the world champion. And he's about to leave and go to this rival company, okay? So there's a huge argument that basically he needs to get rid of that belt.
Yeah, he needs to drop the title in the ring.
Exactly. And he's going to fight Shawn Michaels, who at the time, they were not the best of friends. It's a very highly publicised, professional and personal rivalry.
Clashing
which again, I won't...
egos, figurehead of the companies, yeah.
I don't want to go into it, like, hugely, because it will take all night. Basically what happens is, spoilers, the match at the Survivor Series is supposed to end because Bret Hart is basically saying he will not drop the belt in Canada, which is a whole other thing.
Planning on staying with the company as well?
No, he's going to go, but his argument was like, I'm not dropping the belt in Canada. I will, the next night on Raw, come out and give you the fucking belt. Now, Vince has obviously seen his champions leave under fucking cloak and dagger circumstances and fucking drop their belt in the trash on WCW TV. Yeah. He is not letting this
He's not
motherfucker
risking
leave with
it,
his belt.
definitely not, no.
So a plan is hatched where basically what happens is they tell Bret the finish for the match, and again, I'm sorry if I'm shouting you this, wrestling is predetermined. So they tell Bret that the finish for the match is going to be a double DQ where Shawn Michaels is going to put him in his own finisher, the sharpshooter submission maneuver, and everyone's going to run down to the ring and there's going to be a big smiles and everyone's going to get DQ'd and go home.
Yes.
What actually happens is he puts him in the sharpshooter and the ref immediately, and Vince McMahon, who's at ringside, who comes out for this, says, ring the bell. They ring the bell as if he's tapped out.
Awards the belt to
Shawn Michaels, who protests very much so in the ring, who we later find out was very much in on this.
And then they run.
and they run. And then what you then get to see is it pulled the curtain back on everything. That it's like, oh, this is fucking predetermined and wrong. Because Bret Hart, he stands up, he spits right in Vince's face, as in like, I was actually like, that was impressive. He spits right in his fucking face. He destroys monitors. He's writing WCW with his finger in the air, screaming and shouting. And I'd encourage everyone to watch Wrestling with Shadows, because then you get the aftermath. But it was fucking huge.
It publicised everything that you were reading about in magazines, but didn't want to believe because you were still trying to believe in the magic of.
And they were still trying to present it that it was it in that way that it was real.
They were trying to protect it, and I mean, not wanting to go too deep into it, but kind of feeling like I have somehow. The whole idea of Vince McMahon, obviously, the screw job. He had to make that tough decision. Yeah. He'd already been forced into some positions already and wasn't making that call.
Like me and you can talk about this for hours.
It makes a great...
Gave us the best fucking heel character of all time, which was Mr. McMahon, though. Yeah. That's when it started. It was like... That was, you know, he was always on air as like the announcer or whatever. Yeah, a lot of people, including myself, I didn't fucking know he owned the company.
No, he was the commentator. Yeah, he was just there. And now all of a sudden he's running out, telling the guys to ring the bell and just stopping the match. It was.
If you go as well, if you on YouTube, you can literally. If you type in Montreal Screwjob, apart from like getting you will be able to see shoot interviews by everyone who is there and get everyone's opinion and everyone's reaction. Jim Cornette's is fantastic because he's part of the writers who were trying to work it out, and he was like, literally, he wasn't in on it, but he was like, something's gonna fucking go down, and he said he stayed for the end of that match where he'd normally take off, watched happen, went, see ya, and fucking bang, and he's like, I might be the only person who beat Earl Hebner, the ref, out of the building that night. There's some brilliant ones to watch.
Oh, it just completely changed the face of wrestling. Right, so Gary's year was 1998. I haven't actually touched on any of the big ones from him. Blade.
Good film.
Wesley Snipes immediately just
best of all of them.
You know, steps out with the sword. You know,
the bloodbath at the start.
That was fucking probably the most iconic scene, and they tried to take it with the Neo kind of gritty aspect with Blade, and not showing so much during the day, but mainly nighttime. You know, the vampires own the city.
Plus bad language as well. It's the first time in a comic book movie where he's like, that guy the fucking cop shoots him, hits his bulletproof. He's like, motherfucker, you had your damn man. Great, I'd be fucking roaring.
The amount of blood as well was just just make it crazy. But the whole battle fight sequence I always found was
the end
anticlimactic.
Yeah, and Stephen Dorff's pretty fucking weak in that movie.
Stephen Dorff, I didn't buy him. He's pretty badass until he becomes the fucking blood god, and then he just looks completely weak and becomes
I mean, he's got red eyes, that's it.
No spoilers. Dark City.
Yeah, I don't remember this much. I know it's a massive... I don't know. It's a massive economy. I just can't remember that much about it. Have you seen Dark City? You must do, because I swear, do you know what? I can't remember anything about it, and I remember Amanda, your girlfriend, lent me that fucking DVD.
She's got it on DVD. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I gave it back to her. I think I lied. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Rupert Everett, he's in this city which is constantly dark, basically. And
don't bury the lead, do they?
He's chased by Richard O'Brien and a bunch of other guys known as the Gentlemen, who he realises he's got psychic power, and the city that they're in is controlled by aliens. And I remember it coming out.
Busy.
I remember it coming out, and it wasn't so well known. So when I got a copy of it, I was just like, "Oh, what's this all about?" The darkness, the grittiness, the cityscape, the special effects alone was just enough to keep me, interested. And I can go on record for Gary and say that Dark City is one of his.
He loves
films.
it. Yeah. He's told me plenty of times. He always shouts at me when I say I don't think I've watched it.
Yeah, just the level of detail in it is brilliant. Another film, 98, with great detail, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. And again, I mean, that was the Oscar fucking winner, wasn't it, for the year, surely?
I believe so. I mean, just for its opening sequence alone.
Spielberg and... man, that was like... Special effects. That was fucking huge, wasn't it, that opener?
Weirdly enough, I knew a guy in school whose dad worked for the Navy, and he was hired to drive one of those landing craft up. And, you at the time, you were like asking him what it was like to be on the fire, and he's just like, well, we did... now I'm older and I know what it's like to act in front of a camera. He's just like, we kind of drove the boat up and then reversed, then did it again.
Sorry. Like, you mean actually in the film?
Yeah,
I thought you meant... I was like, how old was this guy when you thought... See what I mean? Sorry, I thought... I was like, I wouldn't have said, like, what was it like? Because he'd have been like, fucking horrible, mate.
He was just manning one of the craft for the film. You know, and obviously he was just doing it for shots. But at the time, you know, being so young myself, I'm thinking, you know, because I've seen the film and I've seen the bullets whizzing past and all this crazy shit going on. Your mind just races.
Early Vin Diesel performance as well, right?
Yes.
He gets fucking taken out by the sniper and he's got these like, give this letter to my dad.
Brilliant acting scene from him.
Takes the girl, doesn't he? Rescues the girl. He's like, she looks like my niece. And I'm like, put her down, you dick, you're about to die.
Yeah, and then he just gets blown away.
Never noticed.
No?
Didn't notice it was him.
Do you remember seeing Part Rhino?
Yeah, I've seen it in the cinema a couple of times when it came out.
You didn't see it real life? You know, you weren't there at the D-Day landings?
Not that old, mate.
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, it never will be.
Two of Gary's favourite, actually, looking at the list here. The Big Lebowski.
Oh man, yeah, what a fucking flick. Hey, did you come with us? The
open air cinema.
We went to see it at the open air last year. Was it last year?
No, it was the year before.
It's hard to remember because we were drinking fucking White Russians while we were watching it. It was me, you, Nathan. Stu come with us?
I don't think I was there.
Oh, yeah, it's Stu.
Stu came with us, yeah. Four of us sat there, fucking Nathan just pulled out this fucking thermos. I was like, what have you got in there? I had a couple of beers and he was like, White Russians. I was like, you're the fucking man. Like, we just sat there like, we all had big camping chairs and just fucking loads of people were like sat on the floor and we had these massive camping chairs we'd all brought and we just sat there like, this is the fucking best.
Man, that bowling sequence is just amazing.
Oh man,
you know, when the music starts and he just starts dancing his way down.
I just like
it was a great film.
All the scenes with the nihilists and stuff when they're outside, like, you know, they're just so fucking hilarious. Like, brilliant.
The other favourite of Gary's, Pie.
Yeah, Aronofsky, right?
Wow. I'm not really surprised.
A big
Tom
bag of cats of a movie, right?
You know,
they were far better.
Guy
films.
locks himself in a room and tries to figure out
all the pie.
Tries to figure out the base of pie and ends up drilling himself in the head.
Again, dude, it's like I've seen it. I can remember. I mean, like you literally have just described about as much detail as I could give to you about it. You know what I mean?
It's a brilliant.
Certainly didn't watch it when I was 15. I think I watched it when we all lived together. Because Gary was probably the one who was like, "Fucking watch this movie."
Yeah, it was up there. I think he gave us that and Requiem for a Dream to watch.
I think we did do a double bill, and we were like, "Gary, fuck, this is such heavy going. Why would you do this to us? Like, we get 2 days off a week, dude."
He's like, "Yeah, but aren't these the greatest films ever made?" It's like, I don't know, compared to what?
It's like, I don't know, I'm sweating. Just let it go.
Like, I'm going to have trouble sleeping now. Fallen from Denzel Washington in 1998.
Another underrated fucking gem of a movie.
And
what's his name? Casey fucking Jones. You know what I mean? The actor who played Casey Jones in Turtles.
Yeah. Casey Jones.
Casey fucking Jones.
From Look Who's Talking To as the brother. John Goodman as the cop.
God,
and is it Donald Sutherland as well?
Mate, I don't know. I gotta rewatch that fucking movie because it is that good.
Do you remember the song he's singing?
Time is on my side. Yes, it is.
It's just. It's. I want to talk about certain points, but I don't want to spoil it.
That is a fucking spoilerific movie. If anyone's not seen Fallen,
the sequences where Denzel Washington is talking to like an old woman, and she's talking as this killer, and he'll just jump to another body and flow down. And take over, and she starts talking for something, and it's so creepy. And Denzel Washington
seen in the street in New York where it's literally like bam, 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 and it's moving down. The entities moving down. Oh, so
and
good.
At one point, he just kind of just stops and watches him run past.
Yeah,
and decides, absolutely awesome fucking film.
That is a fucking hidden gem. If you've never seen it, I cannot recommend it high enough. Fallen is such a good flick.
Another hidden gem, Phantoms.
Because Affleck is the bomb,
in Phantoms. Tom, Phantoms.
Yeah, another one of those ones I turned off after 10 minutes.
That's all. Well, technically, actually, after the first 10.
Think about what age we were, though. Think about what age we were when that came out.
Yeah.
What were we playing? Loads.
Well, weirdly enough, Silent Hill.
There you go.
Silent Hill, I believe, comes out after Phantom.
Yeah, but no. What I'm saying is, like, I watched it on video. By the time I watched it,
we were caught up with. And that whole opening sequence is Silent Hill.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as the alarm goes off. Did you ever play Silent Hill, Tom?
No.
Dude, I remember that game was so fucking scary that me and my mates, like, when me and Stu used to play it, like, you know, like when you do the swapsies on games, you're like, okay, it's my turn. Okay, it's my turn. This was like, dude, it's your fucking turn. It's your 15 minutes. Get in there. Just get us to the school.
the ghost babies alone. But with Phantoms, the whole opening sequence establishing the ancient being, right?
And it throws you off, doesn't it? You don't think it's that type of movie.
Yeah,
it takes a while to unfold.
But then the army turns up, and you're like, okay, now we're gonna get into some really good stuff, and then the army gets completely wiped out, and you're just like, where does this go? Great, like we said, a great hidden gem.
98 was good for movies, dude.
Oh, I've just looked at the next one, The Negotiator. So, how do I approach this one? Kevin Spacey was doing a lot of films around this time.
Yeah, he was a busy boy.
He was a busy boy, wasn't he? And he was probably, a lot of after parties.
I really like The Negotiator as a flick, though.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, it's a good action film.
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti as well. He's in it as well. He's one of the hostage guys. He's really fucking funny in it, actually.
I did.
Like, you don't get to see him do a lot of comic relief stuff, and he was really funny in that movie.
The weird thing is like it's whenever you talk about Samuel Jackson, and it's always like motherfucker this, motherfucker that. It's always his massive action roles. Negotiator is always the one I think of, but I never mention because I'm like, if you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna actually get you enticed into this movie because it's long.
It's a solid flick.
Yeah, but at the same time, with the controversy at the moment,
it's hard to watch.
Can you watch 2 hours of Kevin Spacey?
Probably not.
1998 as well, release Basketball.
Oh, mate, me and you watched this movie like 1,000 times, didn't we?
This is a sport that should be made.
Mate, I think we did play it a few times.
They should totally. We tried to play it. But then the psych outs, we realised we're getting a little bit too far.
Yeah, it was like, we want to be friends after this. So
yeah, because around...
oh, God.
Around about this time...
So this is the makers of South Park.
Yep.
Yeah.
They released season 1 and 2, possibly.
They've done Orgasmo before this as well.
This is their Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah, so this is technically their third movie. Cannibal the Musical was kind of like, wasn't it like that school project almost thing, wasn't it? Like when they were in college?
Yeah, one of the first ones they tried to release off the back of South Park.
Yeah.
The release of South Park season 1, and they've made a lot of money, so they're like, yeah, but this is our humour. I can't get through it, but Basketball's
phenomenal.
Oh,
so funny.
Squeak.
Jenny McCarthy, that Squeak's amazing.
Squeak is amazing. When he comes out and he gets the big Samoan guy.
Oh, God, the sight. Go on, do it. You've got to remember it, surely. Go on. So, set the scene. There's a massive Samoan dude.
Yeah, he's got to make a 3-point shot as well, and Squeak...
You're allowed in this game, if you don't know the movie, it's basically basketball without the athleticism, right? So everyone takes a fucking shot from the free-throw line, and
but it's set up like baseball. So
set up like baseball, so like a diamond.
Bases as well.
So... the defense is you're not allowed to touch anyone, but you can say whatever you want to psych out your opponent, make him miss the shot. So Squeak is this like 4 foot and a fag but nothing guy.
Yeah,
going against this massive Samoan. I think he was the guy who played E Honda in Street Fighter.
Yes,
I think it was.
I believe it is as well.
And so they tell him to say something real subtle. What does he say to him?
He says,
your mother's
your mother's deaf.
No,
my mother's dead, you asshole. That probably explains why she didn't move around so much. And you're just like, oh my God. Some of the other psych outs, like, one of the best ones is where he opens his t-shirt and the guy's like, that's my wife, yeah, and this is me.
He's doing it doggy style.
You're just like, the film is just...
Oh, it's wacky comedy, obviously.
Yeah.
Like the one where it's, is it Carmen Electra's in it? Yasmin Bleeth.
Yasmin Bleeth.
One of the Baywatch
Yes, Jenny McCarthy and Yasmin Bleeth.
And do you remember when they're talking to her in the shower room and they're naked, so you see them from behind, so you know they're naked, and she's got like a file going, this is incriminated evidence against you, and she throws it down and the camera follows it down, but not all the way, and they've got dicks that are so long they hit the floor. They just gave themselves both massive dicks, and everything she says, she's trying to talk to him. She's like, "Look, throbbing cock." Oh shit!
It's
toilet humor. Loved it.
Tom, never seen Basketball?
No, don't remember seeing it.
You have to see that movie. It is fucking awesome.
I just told you half of it. You only got to watch about 45 minutes.
Why have we not had a game or film night where we've watched Basketball?
We normally end up getting mashed and watching Hot Tub Time Machine. That's why.
And then playing games.
It's normally my fault. Because I always suggest Hot Tub Time Machine.
You try and convince us to watch fucking Step Brothers and shit. It's just...
What the... You mean?
Andy. No, Andy. Yeah. Andy's always on Step Brothers.
That's a good film, though.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Right, that will bring us to the end of this theme. We've talked about a lot of films.
We basically just spent the hour saying, man, this film's great.
picking out lots of awesome films, but lots of awesome films as well that you might not have actually seen as well. Join us again for part 3, and we will be back momentarily. And here we are for part 3. Ooh, I'm excited. This is our Q&A section.
Love this section.
I love this section. You know, people can say whatever they want and write whatever they want, but they're quite tactile. You know,
Do you mean tactful?
Tactile. You know, they think about their questions.
Reach out and touch people.
You know, they know that we're intelligent people, or at least I am. You know, obviously.
Well, you think that, yeah.
You know, Gary and working together kind of keep up.
Me and Gary together make one confident person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tom. Yeah.
What about me? What?
Yeah. First question from Ava Langren.
Hey,
Ava. Is there any scene in a film that you find too uncomfortable, scary, or disgusting to watch again? For example, I can never watch the scene in RoboCop when Murphy is killed by the Boddicker gang.
Oh yeah, Clarence
Boddicker.
Yeah, good.
Or another is the scene in The Exorcist with Regan and that cross.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fast forward past those scenes when I view those films. Do you feel that way about any movie?
Good fucking question, man.
Yeah, definitely.
See, I'm going to throw this out to you guys first because I know what my answers are.
I can say for sure I always skip past the start of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really?
When she's dying in the fucking bed. I'm just like, just skip past the bit where he's fucking singing into a rat. Like,
yeah, I can see that. But you don't you need that to keep with the story?
No, I know it's there, dude.
You know it's there. It's part of the story.
Yeah.
Go on, you were going to say one then.
No. One of the Saw films. Don't remember which one it was, and he's in like a rack and they're twisting his arms and stuff and all the bones are cracking.
One, is it?
I know that's number 3, 4 or 5.
No, it's got to be one of the first three because I've seen that and I've only seen the first
dad.
I thought it was 3.
It's the dad, and the guy you're talking about. It's the black guy who killed his son, and he's held in the rack, and he can try and help him out of it, but he's got to do these certain tasks, which obviously he injures himself and he can't do it, and you watch the limbs twist
and the bones just crack.
Yeah, the legs
the noise
twist,
of it was more.
Then the arms twist.
I remember watching it in the cinema and I had to like literally cover my eyes, and I could still hear the cracking. I was like, oh, I can't. No.
See, there's not.
Thanks, surround sound, you asshole.
It sounded so much worse.
There's not many films.
Do you know what? Actually, sorry, I'll jump in on one then that is the exact same.
Okay.
American History X, the curb stomp.
Oh.
True.
American History 10. I haven't seen the first 9, but that fucking scene is, and you don't actually see it, do you? You see him bite the curb, and then you see the foot come up and down, and that noise
of the teeth on the stove. See, now I've got those scenes stuck in my head now. I was ready to go, and then you guys drop those bombs on me. There's not many scenes I can't sit through. Like there are scenes that I will turn away from.
Easily done on Wikipedia.
Thanks. Just drop that one in there.
Delete this bit.
I feel very emotional now to films that obviously with children, especially with my son.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so when watching any scene where a child dies, like a lot of the scenes in Arlington Road.
I don't think I've seen that.
Jeff Bridges.
No, I'm not seen
his family. His neighbours are possible terrorist bombers.
Right.
And it's like a whole mystery thriller. But then you've got this whole dramatic sequence where he's driving after the bomb. But you don't realise it's the bomb, it's the kid in the back of the van. Spoilers, sorry. But that whole sequence, the emotion on his face of being pushed to that limit, you know, I'm just like, I just want to turn it off now. I don't want to see the end. Yeah, it's quite terrifying.
I don't tend to rewatch a lot of series, but there was one like that in Walking Dead where those guys got hold of Carl.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, take the boy's pants off, and Rick's reaction is to bite the motherfucker's throat out. Now, I was watching that like, yeah, I'd have bit that fucker's throat out as well, but I couldn't rewatch that.
No.
That hit me. Watching that, I was like, yeah. Same as like Look at the Flowers.
Oh,
the same girl where she's got the baby and the baby's making noise and puts her hand over the baby to try and stop it. I remember watching that with Sam Bags, where he's got a daughter as well, and we were like off our chairs like, I I couldn't rewatch that.
Yeah. I feel the same way for like Requiem for a Dream. You know, I see Keith David's face a little bit in my nightmares sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and when he's saying ass to ass, that's a bit too much.
I'll tell you what, against a series, but it's one of those things that comes up. You know, when you ever watch like greatest ever moments in TV history or something like that. I like those clip shows.
Yeah.
Fucking MASH, dude. Hawkeye, where he goes crazy on the bus with the whole chicken and the baby thing, where the girl's like, he's shouting at this woman. She's holding chicken.
Right.
He's like, keep that fucking chicken quiet. And it wasn't a chicken. She was holding a baby, and the baby was making noise. She smothers the baby, and you realise at that point that Hawkeye's fucking crazy because he thought it was a chicken. That and his breakdown explaining it is like, I'm fucking
quite far back now, man.
I know, but it's like it comes up a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember even watching it. I'm fucking bawling like watching it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, totally. That was
so you can't watch MASH again then?
No,
MASH is spoiled for Andy. Okay, next question is from Andrea Bizia.
Hey, Andrea.
Hey, Andrea. Hey guys, another great podcast. Question for you all. If you could choose any director to direct a film about your life, who would you choose? Thanks, guys. How violent do you want the film?
Todd Phillips. It'd be The Hangover all the way through, wouldn't it? Like, you.
No, I don't drink that much
anymore. It's a film about your whole life.
Oh, my whole life. Well, the beginning was quite boring. You know, I'd need to dramatise maybe Michael Bay for the beginning as I'm born. You know,
loads of explosions.
There's loads
of for no reason. Like.
You know, during my teen years, J.J. Abrams, so you got a lot of glare. You know, Neil Blomkamp through my teen years, so it's like I'm growing up in a slum and everything's like alien-esque and robots.
District 9.
District 9-esque. My 20s, who directed 24-Hour Party People?
No idea.
And fucking
Human Traffic.
Oh, yeah, Human Traffic. Danny Boyle, he could do that. Then getting to my 30s, Clint Eastwood.
So it'd be like Gran Torino.
Clint Eastwood would be directing me up to now. Yeah.
I'd pick Kevin Smith just so I could hang out with him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd hang out with him on set. That's the only reason I'd pick him, I guess.
Just Kevin Smith.
Camera wouldn't move, it'd be a bit boring, probably like my life.
Actually, wouldn't you just wear one of those head cams just to follow him around?
Yeah, that would work.
Who would your director be?
Probably go with Mike Judge.
Nice.
Because that would be pretty awesome.
Nice. Yeah, good answer.
Yeah, Office Space, Beavis and Butt to America.
Fucking love Office Space. Yeah. Office Space is one of the best
Silicon Valley.
Is it good?
Silicon Valley's great.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
How many seasons up to now?
I think it's 5th season's coming up.
Nice.
I think.
Need to catch up with that one.
Yeah.
Next question's from Matthias Verhager.
Hey, Matthias.
Hey, Matthias. Can't believe I didn't think of this one. Question: what is your favourite? Oh man, why?
I read this one and it did make me smile.
I'm reading. What is your favourite Kevin Spacey movie? I know you guys are probably going to pick either Seven or The Usual Suspects, but I would go for American Beauty myself.
Good film.
You should tell Andy, hey, you want to come do a review with us? And when he says yes, you should tell him it's the British horror film Mum and Dad.
Motherfucker! Why?
I don't really want to sit through that film.
I was going to say, you'd have to sit through it with me, so you really want to talk about that? The whole review would just be like, you're talking, I'm being sick in a bucket next year. Just like,
this is how we would be in the review. The film is... Tom, have you ever seen the British horror movie Mum and Dad?
No.
Don't. Get him in to do the fucking review. I want to sit through it again.
It's fucking terrible.
Matthias, I thought you were cool. What was his first question? Sorry.
What is your favourite Kevin Spacey movie?
I'll start off and say actually, Swimming with Sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that fucking movie, dude.
What's it about?
He plays like an executive guy who pushes his fucking intern way too far, and the intern basically does a home invasion and takes him captive, and it's all told through flashbacks, and he's torturing him and beating the fuck out of him. I don't want to spoil it because it's very, very good. It's a very early Kevin Spacey movie, but it's great. That or Margin Call, which is set around the 2007 economic sort of crash.
Nice.
He's on Wall Street. It's got Jeremy Irons in, Zachary Quinto, Paul Bettany. It's fucking great flick. So
see, I'm going to be real controversial. I did kind of like it.
It's not a home movie, is it?
Superman Returns.
I knew you were going to say that.
How did you know I was going to say Superman Returns?
Because you said controversial.
Yeah.
I like Superman Returns.
Yeah, but specifically Kevin Spacey in that movie?
He's a good Lex Luthor.
Get the fuck out.
It's alright. I mean, I want to say it's bad. Trust me, I want to. I'm looking at your faces like, you know, it's It's the worst thing ever. And he asked the question.
Billions will die.
I know. K-Pax is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd have to say Ordinary Decent Criminal.
Fuck, that's a good film.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. You ever seen that?
I've not seen that one.
He's an Irish criminal. I'll let you tell it. It's a fucking good movie. Go on.
The main bit I remember is the bit where he's policeman's following him. He's in his car, and he pulls over, and the policeman stops. Like
he's on a little bike, isn't he? On a bike.
Was he on a bike?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And he just refuels, and then keeps on going, and then the copper runs out of fuel.
Yeah.
And it's just like
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Good Kevin Spacey movie.
Yeah, he plays an Irish sort of like criminal, like armed robber and stuff like that, but big heists and stuff like that, and it involves the IRA and stuff. Loads of Colin Farrell's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good play. That's fucking like early
Kevin
2000s.
Spacey. Why are we on Kevin Spacey? No, right. Next question.
Drawing a line in the sand.
Yeah, drawing a line there. Fine. From DMC Camel. Hey Camel. DMC. Hey Gary and Iain, thanks for answering my previous questions. Question for Gary. Gary's not here. He'll probably record this one separately. Or actually I could answer for him right now. I'm going to answer for him right now. Would you like the idea of an off-the-shelf review video game? Yes, he would. This could be a platform game and you could get to choose to play as either Gary or Iain. Obviously I'm the better character. I'm taller, reach for higher stuff. Gary probably...
So your secret power?
Yeah, Gary's probably just really
Special
quick.
Skills.
Special skills. And having to make your way home safely from the DVD rental store. Do we still have DVD rental stores?
Fuck it, it's a game, who cares?
Yeah.
This is going to be an 8-bit, right?
Yes. In order to successfully review the movie you have chosen. Along the way there are obstacles.
You've got to jump over Kevin Spacey's.
A giant Kevin Spacey head.
You got to avoid Kevin Spacey references constantly.
No, it would be. Have you seen the Angry Video Game Nerds?
Yeah.
Game. That game looks brilliant. I haven't played it yet because I know it'd frustrate me, but I'm thinking the same lines with this. Andy, Jeff, Justine, Hannah, and Dave, and possibly Tom, as unlockable players too.
Oh, we could be DLC. Amazing. Yeah, that's how you make the money on it.
Loot boxes.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, downloadable skins. And then we could have an online multiplayer. And it could be like Super Smash Brothers.
We could all play with ourselves.
We could play with
Super Smash Brothers. Yeah.
2 hands on each other all the time. You know, Kevin Spacey heads just falling from the skies.
I hope Gary does record his reaction to this because I bet Gary's got some good ideas. He's like, I'm way ahead of you, and he lays it all out Dragon's Den style.
Right, so I've got 2 questions. What are the best 5 Steven Seagal films? And secondly, what is your favourite film out of the Leprechaun franchise, starring Warwick Davis? Mine would be Part 3, where he goes to Las Vegas. Right, okay, so the first question...
I'm struggling to name you 5 good Steven Seagal movies.
Oh, man, Steven Seagal is... It's a bit of a controversial...
Tom's got this.
Tom likes Steven Seagal. Okay, Tom, what is it that's good about Steven Seagal?
I don't know, just the earlier films like is it Nikita and stuff like that.
Nico.
Yeah, Nico Above the Law.
So we're not talking Steven Seagal now, are we? Master
chunky crying Steven Seagal.
Isn't he like 5? He owns like 5 underworld clubs or something.
I thought he was like a deputy.
Deputy Marshal of Zen.
I've not watched one of his films for a while now, so...
I don't think he's making any films, Tom.
Yeah, well, they're straight to VHS. That's right.
Steven Seagal's good, but he was the same part in all 3 of his films, all of the films that he's done, which probably have like 3 main parts.
Yeah, but wait, wasn't like Nico and Hard Target, whatever it was called, like they were the same character, weren't they? Were they like sequels to each other? Or?
I don't know.
Or maybe he was just playing the same characters, so that's why I thought that.
Isn't there one where he loses his memory and his family are all killed, and then he goes out and... Under Siege was really good.
Under Siege is good fucking flick.
Under Siege is really good. Under Siege 2, Dark Territory.
Never saw it.
Not so great. He was in Machete. And commits seppuku, or harakiri, where he rips out his own guts because Machete can't kill him.
Pass.
Steven Seagal.
Have we even named 5 movies, let alone our top 5?
Nico.
Hard Target, is that it? Hard Target.
Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds with DMX. I see the posters, but not the characters, because I looked at the films and thought, no.
I mean, I'll say Under Siege is my top one at least. You know, I like that film.
Burning Ground.
Never seen.
Actually, he plays. Steven Seagal plays a Native American up in Alaska, and Michael Caine is trying to drill for oil underneath the ice, which will destroy the local village.
He just hits him with a seal.
Steven Seagal goes around, kicks everybody's head in, fucking blows the place up. Michael Caine burns to death. That's one.
What's that film with Kurt Russell as well?
Big Trouble in Little Trouble.
Executive decision.
No.
Executive
decision. Doesn't he die right at the beginning of that?
Well, he gets them onto the plane. Basically, they do that fucking mid-air plane boning each other a bit where they're trying to get onto the plane.
Yeah.
And Kurt Russell is getting on and Steven Seagal, and he's like, we're not going to make it. He's like, you will. And he fucking disconnects something that lets them get onto the plane, but he dies, I believe.
So it's not really his film then?
Well, he's in it. He's on the fucking poster.
Yeah.
Okay. That's another one. I mean,
the Glimmer Man.
Glimmer Man, yeah, good shout. Yeah.
DMX again.
Yeah. I think
I don't know
right.
who else was in it. But
yeah. Well,
it was a while ago. I watched it.
We've named some films there.
We like Steven Seagal movies, but I mean, I always really go for the same one. If I'm going to watch one, I'm going to watch Under Siege. It's like the top one to go for.
Because that girl pops out of the cake.
Enrique Liniak, yes.
And that's awesome.
I do like that kid.
Broke the pause button on that one.
Die Hard on a Boat. Well, Tommy Lee Jones is amazing in that film.
Gary Busey fucking steals that movie.
Yes.
He comes down with fake titties on and everything. Woo!
His second question was Leprechaun, wasn't it? But
what's the one where he goes to the hood?
That the second one?
That one then.
First one's with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
the first one he says is Las Vegas.
Seen the first one.
The fourth one, I think he ends up in space.
I think he is in space.
But I've only ever watched the first one because I couldn't believe what the fuck I was watching. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's kind of adorable in it, though.
Yeah, I knew what I was walking into because I'm watching this leprechaun running around trying to grab Jennifer Aniston, and at the point that I watched Leprechaun, Jennifer Aniston was Friends. She's Rachel, and here's her first film, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, why am I watching this film?
I like the memes that you get where it's you have Warwick Davis and Willow, and then Warwick Davis and Leprechauns, and it's like meth, not even once.
Have you ever seen the Leprechaun series, Tom?
Just the first one. I wouldn't watch it again.
I couldn't tell you much about them, really.
From what I can understand through Wikipedia, obviously, because that's as close as I've got with the films, people just grab his gold and they become cursed by him, and then he hunts them down. The kills, because the budget is so low and the films are basically straight to DVDs, the kills are really, really bad.
Oh, wait, I just realised. Does this question say all of the Leprechaun films, or specifically the Warwick Davis ones? Because do you remember there was a Leprechaun Origins remake with Hornswoggle?
The Leprechaun franchise.
Well, so do you remember Leprechaun Origins?
I haven't seen it.
Don't. It's fucking awful.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's fucking terrible.
Is it worse than the first one?
Dude, you don't even see the fucking leprechaun in it. Like, it's just like all these quick shots of him running around, but he's not a fucking kooky little dude in an Irish thing. He's like an horrible little fucking beastie. Like, there's no reason that Hornswoggle even played him other than to go like, well, kind of a celebrity's in it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And I think it was, I don't know if it even was a WWE Studios movie. I mean, it was terrible, so it probably was. But
okay, so we'll probably go with
In the Hood.
Well, Leprechaun 1 I was going to go with. It's my
favorite. You're probably right.
Yeah. Leprechaun 1. Jack Hawkins. Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, guys. Hope you're all well. Kong vs. Godzilla is coming up in the cinemas in 2019. That's if we live that long, because the machines could rise up at any point. I'm just pre-warning everybody. You know, as long as you got a zombie escape plan.
It's a constant concern.
Constant concern. And I'm hyped. Yeah, I'm hyped.
It's a far better concern, but yeah.
True.
I'm wondering what your opinions of Godzilla 2014 and Kong Skull Island. And do you think Kong vs. Godzilla can be a success? Andy.
Why? Why'd you shoot to me first?
Because you really like Godzilla 2014.
That movie's a fucking abortion. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, oh my god. Fuck that movie so hard.
But wait, before we carry on, Tom, have you seen Godzilla 2014?
I've seen it, and it's not as bad as Andy says, but it isn't great.
Really?
Let me fucking lay this out for you for a start. I'm just going to pick like one fucking stupid... not even the fact that like Godzilla looks fucking great. They designed a fucking bottom-heavy Godzilla. I was all down for this. That you barely see in this fucking movie. I'll take one bit that infuriated me, right, is Godzilla is fucking... Okay, what is it? They set the whole stage of, like, he's a fucking alpha predator from time. I was like, I'm watching this, like, I'm fucking down with this. And they're like, he feeds on radiation. I'm cool with this. So we tried to kill him with an atom bomb. I'm like, okay, well, that's like trying to kill me with bacon and titties. It's only going to make me stronger.
Well, like, that's the biggest weapon they've got.
They fucking... What is it? He's off swimming. They're following him for ages, isn't they? Right?
Yes.
And they say very early, sort of like, he's going to land on, like, Waikiki Beach or something in, like, Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
At no point do they fucking evacuate that beach. They let the motherfucker land.
Yeah.
And then what's their fucking contingency plan? Bear in mind, we already know, well, the atom bomb didn't kill him. Just drop like 9 Marines on a rooftop with some fucking M16s. That'll be fine. And that's what they try and take him down with. It's the dumbest fucking movie. Every fucking choice made by everyone in that movie is so dumb. I'm fucking going. You pissed me off just by asking me. It's so fucking bad.
I actually thought you were going to go with something else from that film.
Mate, I didn't want to go all night. Like
there was the scene where it's just about to build up to the fight.
Don't. Oh, I know. Go on.
You've been going all the way through the film, waiting for Godzilla to meet up with the monster. The music is pounding. The scene is looking beautiful. The CGI
it's like Street Fighter 2. They're facing each other. It's fucking on, right?
You're as a fan of kaiju monster movies, Godzilla there in all of his glory is you're about to cream, and it cuts to the kid in his hotel room with his mum.
And then what, just goes back and shows the devastation of what looked like probably an epic fight.
The kid's like, Mommy, look! And the mum's like, oh my god. And then it cuts back and you're like, what? I missed it.
Oh.
I missed it. It's not like it cuts back.
Fuck, dude.
It's just not there.
It's so bad.
Now, saying that though...
Don't get me wrong, I quite enjoyed Kong.
I'm a Godzilla fan. I like the Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie.
Yeah, fuck, dude, I like that one.
I like the Jamiroquai soundtrack that goes along with it, and I also like the Puff
fucking
Daddy
P. Diddy
song. You know, you can sing this song every now and again, and I know it's not Godzilla, but at
Jimmy
the time,
Payne's doing it with him as well. So.
It was a giant monster running around a city, getting shot at by tanks and massive explosions. It was fucking awesome. Going all the way back to the rubber suit guys rolling around on plywood buildings.
Yeah.
If you say to me there's a Godzilla movie coming, I'm there. I'm on it.
I don't think I am.
Really?
I'm not going to watch this fucking movie, dude. It's like,
you will watch it. You know why? You know why? Because it will come out and you'll be like, I'm bored. I need to watch something. Hey, look, there's a Godzilla film out. I'm just going to watch it. Can't be as bad as the last one I watched from 2014. And Kong Skull Island was not bad. Samuel Jackson.
I didn't mind Skull Island. It was like because I just thought Kong was really good, and at least you got to see him because it was fucking daytime.
Yes.
Why spend all the money on creating these amazing looking characters if you just fucking flood the entire screen with darkness and you can't see them?
And I think that's
it's
the
like it's more
from...
atmospheric, and it's like no. Do you know what's scary is if you can see the big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Do you know what looks better? Rampage.
Yes, with The Rock.
Because you can see everything.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Well, you see everything in the trailer.
That's fine.
And if that's the most that they have, which I don't think so, because I mean The Rock's films are pretty good. Jumanji. We're just going to go off the top of Jumanji.
Do you remember the game?
Yes. I still play the game. I've got the arcade.
You got the emulator.
Emulators.
It's fucking awesome, isn't it?
Running around just smashing up buildings, and then you just... Giant monsters. I love it. You know, and if you give me Godzilla versus King Kong... My money's not on either of them.
Just make them punch the shit out of each other. That's all I want. Doesn't even need a script. Just 90 minutes of the fucking things punching each other.
Punching everything, and then something else turns up which they rip up, which hopefully would be King Ghidorah. If they did a 3-headed massive dragon with lightning breath.
Or Ash from Evil Dead.
That'd be a bit much. I mean, he'd kill everything.
And he'd have to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Tom, Godzilla fan?
Not really, no. I mean, the first one was alright, but the...
As in the Matthew Broderick one you're talking about? Or
no, the one that you don't like.
Oh, fuck.
It was alright. It was watchable, you know. I didn't turn it off after 10 minutes.
I wish I did.
The second one...
Should have channeled
the
you.
Kong one.
Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, I've not seen it, so...
Tom Hiddleston.
Well, not yet, anyway.
Pretty good.
pretty badass.
Yeah.
They drop you right in it though in that movie, like straight away. It's like, you know, it's not a slow build at all. And
I thought they would go with the sacrificial virgin a bit more because that's what you do with Kong, isn't it? You've always got the single white hair.
Yeah, but again, everyone's seen it. Like, you know, let's just fucking drop us in. We paid to see. Not even funny, but you go to see a Kong movie, like we paid to see a giant monkey. Let us see the giant monkey. Like, you know, it's not hard.
Okay, next question is from David Allen Evans.
Hey David.
Bit of a long one, this one, but here goes. Stephen King once said of Kubrick in regards to the movie version of The Shining that the director thought too much instead of feeling. With the rise of asshats like Cinema Sins and other movie nitpickers, do you think that most of the audience is becoming too obsessed with realism in stories that operate on their own logic? Or are they right to demand pure rationality from stories that involved a teenager become a spider person? Wow, David. You just dropped that one on me, and Gary's not even here to take up the reins.
You're just like, I wish Gary's here to answer this.
Actually, in my old age, as I tick on, films...
Old age.
Yeah. Films, I realise, like I said, off the shelf, uniquely entertaining. There's a film for everybody. There's at least one film for one person. And he calls Cinema Sins and other movie nitpickers asshats. I don't watch Cinema Sins.
No.
I've never
heard of it. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to...
I'm assuming they're like other critics as well.
Yeah, I don't. It's not like I try to avoid them. I don't watch other reviewers because I'm too busy doing our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working and having a family and all that kind of stuff, and trying to sit on my ass and do absolutely nothing. So when I hear of these other guys who have taken a film, like you could really do it quite easy. You take a film and then you just rip it to pieces and pick through all the plot holes.
Yeah. But dude, I just sat here and fucking screamed about Godzilla for 5 minutes. You know, it's like,
yeah, sorry, I totally forgot. Yeah.
No, it's like you're saying, like the audience is a lot more sophisticated, I think now. But I think there's definitely a case of, you know, people are just going to tear movies to shreds now though, because there's so many like, you know, insider things that everyone knows about, and like, look at most of the time now when a movie, especially a big movie, and especially like comic book movies, especially like, you know, he says obviously he's referencing Spider-Man and stuff like that. By the time you get to see the movie, you've heard about all the backstage problems that the studio has or hasn't had, you know, the budget, you know this, you know that. So in a way, maybe we're just a bit spoilt for information. We feel like we've got, we've all got a voice now with YouTube and everything like that. Maybe we all just feel that, like, you know, fuck it, I can say what I want about this movie and actually be heard. So maybe it's just people are more anxious to do that
as well. You know, people are just doing what they want to do with the things that they like, which in a way fuels the object of your desire. Say a Spider-Man film, everybody craves the next Spider-Man movie, but they don't want the same old story. They want a bit more realism, make it a bit more darker. Not too dark, but just dark enough.
Just a touch.
Just a touch that now. You feel the edginess of Spider-Man's plight.
Maybe put him in a black suit now and again.
That you can't sell the toys to the kids.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
As you, the person, get older and walk through, I always go back to 12 Monkeys. Bruce Willis. He says about how when you watch a film, the film never changes, but you do as a person.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel that is absolutely true for everybody. 1 minute you're watching Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds and you think it's the worst film ever fucking made. 2 seconds later you're like, I need to see Deadpool. Because it's Ryan Reynolds in a fucking superhero costume. But this time he says the word fuck. You know, he says the word fuck like 7 times. Yeah. So, you know, people can do what they want to do, say what they want to say. It fuels the fire. It can actually burn it down or make it rise. I'm being quite philosophical now.
Well, it's funny. It's funny to say this on a podcast, which is from a fucking review channel, but it's like, just don't worry about it. Just make your own fucking mind up. I mean, you could tell everyone in the planet could tell me a movie sucks. If I like it, I'm just gonna be like, no, I enjoyed it, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know?
Or you know,
at least I would say on the plus side, at least everyone's talking about it.
Yes.
Look at like what most recent examples, Justice League and Star Wars. There's a lot of fucking angry people out there, dude, about that. But at least people are talking about it. At least it's still there, you know. It's we'll get a good one eventually, as long as people are still like involved in the industry.
Fuels the fire for these special DVD releases and re-releasing footage and having it in its pure form that the director wanted, regardless of what it was. You know, Tom, are you picky about film reviewers?
It's quite picky in the opening 10 minutes.
Pretty much. If it doesn't grab me in the first 10 minutes, I won't watch it.
No.
There's a lot.
To be fair though, taking the piss, but that's a good process, I suppose.
Yeah. You
time is precious. I suppose you don't want to waste 90 fucking minutes on something you're not enjoying.
But like I said with the quote from 12 Monkeys, I mean, would you go back to a film even though the first time you watched the 10 minutes it wasn't enjoyable?
Sometimes I'll, but more with TV shows.
Right.
Say like first time I watched Breaking Bad, I just could not get into the series at all.
Yeah.
I got maybe 20 minutes into the first episode, couldn't stand it, but went back about 5 years later.
Yeah.
Watched the whole lot through.
Nice.
From like season 1 to season 5 in maybe like 6 weeks.
Do you think you give like more TV series as well a bit more leeway because you're like, whereas like you watch a film, if you know, like it's a 90-minute film, so within the first 10 minutes, like you have to set me where we're going to get in another 80 minutes time or something. Whereas TV series, you're like, well, look, I mean, you could have a pilot is for a start not where necessarily they're going to go, and then you might give it a few episodes and be like, all right, this is you got to think, well, they're telling a much bigger, longer story. Yeah,
because some pilots are awful, but the series is really good.
How many times have we had people sort of like, you know, when we say about Sons of Anarchy, because me and you fucking love Sons of Anarchy, and how many people are like, yeah, but I got to season 3 and they went to Ireland and I didn't enjoy it, I stopped watching. You're like, you got to fucking get through that because it gets ultimately so much better.
Yeah, you know. and purely based on the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It's the only reason. It's like, stick with season 3 maybe, but it doesn't really add much to it. You could probably skip it.
And you could probably skip it, yeah. But maybe that's it, dude. Maybe you're better off with TV series because you're like, well, I'll give you got a bit more patience.
Go as much as you want.
Well, they got a long way to go yet.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes the other way, like Dexter, and you're like, man, I wish I switched this up 2 fucking seasons ago.
Oh, we got the Dexter. True. Oh, season 7. Yeah. Just stop it. Just stop right there.
Stop.
I miss Chuck. Chuck.
But they should have stopped at season 4 for that as well.
Chuck, what fucking
the guy in the
Shazam?
No, he was working in the electronics store, but he was
he's going to play Shazam now, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Haven't seen him in a while.
Shazam.
Next question from Neil Winslow.
Hey Neil.
You guys are great. Keep it coming. My question is, what did you have for breakfast? Let's see how Iain can murder my question this time. Hopefully not with his mother's vagina. Okay, so today...
See? You're fucking crass.
Oh, man. This is just... It's timely, okay? So today, it's Friday the 16th. It's recording, and obviously it will be going up in the next month. March, sorry. I've had half a beer. And I had work this morning. I had to get up early and go up to my job to sort out my team to do their job. And I planned to spend the time with Dylan. We went up, sorted out my work, and we really craved a McDonald's breakfast. But I really fancied the Big Mac. Because I've been working so hard recently, I haven't had a Big Mac.
You want to reward yourself.
I wanted to reward myself.
And that's where you went, was it?
Yeah. So I've got my son. I've got my work all sorted. It was a nice Sunday morning as well. So we drove to McDonald's and they were on the breakfast menu.
Wait, what? It's a nice Sunday morning.
Sunny.
Oh,
Sunny morning.
It's sunny Friday.
Blue sky.
It was. Do you know what? It was a nice day today.
It was a nice day today. We drove to McDonald's. They were on the breakfast menu. So we decided to drive to our other McDonald's, and by that time they will switch off. We got there. They hadn't. I had a egg McMuffin for my breakfast.
Tom, what does this sound like to you?
And Dylan had a bacon roll.
Falling down.
Falling down.
Yeah.
Now, I did not like the egg McMuffin. I just, I was really hungry. I had it. But as we were eating our breakfast, it changed to the main menu.
The lunch menu.
So as soon as I had finished my egg McMuffin...
The fucking Tech 9 came out of the briefcase. You're like...
I walked over with Dylan and I ordered myself a grand Big Mac and a Happy Meal with chicken nuggets for Dylan.
I thought you were going to be like, I walked over, I fucking slapped this bitch in the face with a half-eaten McMuffin.
I knew the rules. I've seen Falling Down. You don't pull out a gun in the middle of a McDonald's. What you do is you wait for the menu to change, and then you eat an Egg McMuffin and then a grand Big Mac. I did not feel disgusting. I actually felt quite rewarded. There was so much meat. So much.
What did you have for breakfast?
Yeah, did you guys have anything nice for breakfast?
Yeah, I think I just had Marmite and peanut butter on toast.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He said it because he knew he was going to set us off.
Why?
Fucking, you can't see him smiling at us at the minute.
Did you have butter on it?
No.
Why?
I don't eat butter. So.
It's Marmite and peanut butter on toast. You got 50% of the audience at the minute going, oh, and 50% going,
Well, yeah, but if I'd had some jam as well, that would have gone in as well.
Jesus Christ.
Jam, peanut butter, and Marmite.
Yeah.
And still no butter.
Kind of like a sweet and sour.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty. Well, because it's Friday.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's half term, which is why I got time with the kids. So I took today off. But we have a Friday tradition in our team. It's been going for like months now. And no work gets done in my team until we have had our Friday breakfast. And we go down to a place called the Pasty House. And they do a breakfast wrap special for £3.90. And you get a wrap and a drink, so we have a coffee with it, right? So we all go down and pick up like 5-6 of these, depending on who's having them. And it's it's a tortilla wrap, yeah?
Yeah.
And they put in it sausage, bacon, beans, and egg mayo.
Ooh.
Which possibly shouldn't work, but fucking does. And they wrap it, put cheese in it, toast it. Beautiful.
Nice.
So I thought, oh man, I'm not going to be there for the Friday fucking breakfast special. So I thought as a treat, my kid Jessica, she loves going there for breakfast. She always has a sausage roll. It's like breakfast, but she wants a sausage roll.
Yeah.
So I said to everyone, I said, right, I'm going tomorrow and I'm going to bring my kid into work and bring in everything like that. So me and Jessica went in, did the breakfast run for the team, went into my work under and everything, went up and sat in the office and ate breakfast, and everyone was making a fuss over the kid and everything, and which was great because I got to eat my fucking breakfast in peace while everyone fussed over the kid.
and
she was like,
did you feel like Wolf of Wall Street?
A little bit. And she was just sort of like, watch me devour this sausage roll. It's like, she's only 7, but I swear if she could get away with swearing, they were like, you're not going to eat that whole thing, are you? And I was waiting for her to be like, bitch, please. Like, just hammered through this. She's got her dad's appetite, bless her. So yeah, that was nice, actually. Man, I'm hungry now after I've said that. That was a good fucking breakfast.
Yeah.
If anyone lives in the southwest of England that's listening, go to Pasty House and get a breakfast wrap. It's amazing. Change your life.
Advertising.
You will start a tradition,
do advertising.
We should sell it. I should already get a discount the amount we buy.
Next question is from Dean Thompson. Hey Dean.
Hey Dean.
Sorry. Would you watch and review The Car from 1976 and Death Proof from a few years back?
The Kurt Russell one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking love Death Proof.
I don't think I've seen The Car.
The Car is Josh Brolin's dad, who
Mr.
is
Brolin.
Chasing down what appears to be a killer driver, but it's actually the devil car.
Oh.
Futurama took the parody of the episode.
I was just thinking that. I was like... Class. Would you review it?
I would absolutely love to review The Car, because
if Gary was here, I'd just get the feeling he'd go, no, Ian, we have a backlog on Patreon and we can't review it right now.
Well, The Car is on the list, the
Gary.
same as, I'm just going to check it out probably at this moment, The Wraith is still on the list. And if you've been following the show, The Wraith is Charlie Sheen. And that's been on the list for like 7 years almost. The Car, absolutely would love to review it, and Death Proof would love to review it as well. But
would you do it in a double bill with Planet Terror then, or just?
I would like to, but 3 things. Sorry, and they all revolve around
Kevin Spacey,
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, sorry,
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, okay,
and Rose McGowan, because all 3 of them are doing that film. And
yeah, but I mean, obviously, I get Harvey Weinstein, but what's Quentin Tarantino done?
Have you not seen in the news recently?
No.
It's reported.
Dude, this fucking thing's like every day. The last one I was up on was James Franco's.
It's reported that the directors, and especially something like Quentin Tarantino, was reported to be quite aggressive and physical towards stars who were working for Miramax underneath the Weinstein control. Okay. Because, it's the
So he was like an asshole to people, and now he's getting called out for it.
Yeah, he's getting called out for it. But, I mean, Death Proof is still an awesome film. It's just, controversial.
Well, it is now. You just made it controversial.
I just made it a complete dark.
Yeah, but you can't just not do it because of something that's in the news now. Because
I don't know.
Is that going back to the previous question where something's happened?
Well,
now let's change your perception on how you'd see something.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to review. I definitely would review Death Proof with Kurt Russell. You know, it's on the list, and it would probably go up with a double bill with Planet Terror. It's when it would get there, probably go up there with a double bill for the car as well. So many films. Our list is so long.
I'll make an argument for you, which will make you almost instantly jump it to the front of the queue if you want.
Okay.
Kurt motherfucking Russell.
Yes, but there's another 2-3 films I'd rather do with him first.
What, that you've not reviewed?
That we've not reviewed.
What are they?
One of them, he's a truck driver.
How have you not reviewed that yet?
Oh, which one's that? The kidnapping one? Or...
No,
we've
done
Breakdown.
Breakdown.
We've done Breakdown.
Have you done Captain Ron?
No, I want to do Captain Ron. That was the part 2. And the last one, he's in the North Pole, South Pole, and there's an alien.
How the fuck have you not reviewed that yet?
Because I got to do the prequel first.
No,
we've said this. No, we've said this so many times. I've got to do the prequel first. Have to.
My favourite horror movie. I just can't believe you've not reviewed
I know,
that.
but you got to do it. Got to do the prequel first. Got to tell chapter 1. Right. Okay. That was Dean Thompson with the car. Thank you, Dean. David Morris next. David.
Hey, David.
Excellent podcast and reviews as always. Was watching Dallas Buyers Club and was reminded when I used to hate Matthew McConaughey during his rom-com days. And now I really like a lot of his performances. Are there any actors that you feel similarly that you used to avoid and now look forward to seeing their films? Got this one.
Go.
Heath Ledger. Could not stand A Knight's Tale. Could not stand 10 Things I Hate About You. Was not really interested in watching any film that he was in, and then all of a sudden The Dark Knight came out, and I realised that he was probably one of the greatest actors that I'd missed out on, and went back and watched a lot of his stuff.
I mean, I like those flicks you were talking about, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, A Knight's Tale is pretty decent.
A Knight's Tale is pretty damn decent, but I went at the time, I watched it, I was like, this isn't... Why am I listening to Robbie Williams setting up a medieval film?
I don't know, why were you listening?
Because he does
he released a track along with it, but they didn't. In the movie, they used the Queen track. Because I'd have turned that motherfucker off, else.
Mm-hmm.
They used the Queen track in the actual movie. When they're at the start and the guy's like banging the stick on the floor and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that threw me off as well. I didn't understand how medieval people knew Queen.
They didn't. It was just like... It was a chant, wasn't it? It was all like modernised medieval, like, you know.
Really? I thought...
fucking Chaucer was like painting up the crowd and stuff.
That's why I didn't watch it.
Giving it like his best like Bruce Buffer fucking impression, like, you know, introducing people.
But it's still a good film, and I am quite tempted about going back and watching Brokeback Mountain.
I can't Dude, that scene where he spits into his hands, amazing. It's so funny. It's just so funny. Oh, if you don't know, I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay, yeah.
I can't think really of any people like that I was like, oh, I wouldn't watch their stuff, and I would do.
Gary did say to me that his answer would have been Leonardo DiCaprio.
So I was just fucking thinking that because of like when he was doing things like The Beach and stuff like that, I'd be like, I couldn't give a shit. And like, to be fair, I could probably go back and watch Romeo and Juliet now, but at the time he was just that teen heartthrob, and I was like 15, and I was like, look, if I'm not going to get a blowjob at the end of one of his movies, I'm not going to fucking watch it. Whereas now, like, he's a fucking amazing actor, you know, and when they mentioned he might be like in a role for playing a fucking version of the Joker in a Scorsese flick, I was just like, fucking make it rain.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I used to feel the same as well. You used to see these, the same with Heath Ledger, teen heartthrobs, and it's like, wow, do I really want to watch these rom-coms?
Have you watched
as well?
Matthew McConaughey is a great example, actually, because you think of like shit like Failure to Launch and stuff, and then you watch him in like Dallas Buyers Club is a fucking amazing movie and a great performance, definitely. What was the one I was just thinking of? Fuck, I lost it. Nah, it's gone.
Bruce Willis?
Nah.
Samuel Jackson?
Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
Can't hate a Morgan Freeman movie.
Can't, dude.
You just can't.
Just want to listen to him talk.
Who is a bad actor?
Oh, sorry, I've got it. I mean, go watch Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah.
And then tell me you're going to watch another fucking Tom Hardy performance based on that. Whereas now...
Tom Hardy, Star Trek Nemesis?
Yeah, that's the one where he's Picard's clone, right?
Is Tom Hardy the clone?
Yeah, dude.
No.
Yes.
No, we're doing it. No,
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, no wonder that film's bad.
John Luke.
Man, I'm gonna have to check that out. Damn, that puts Nemesis on a whole new level. That film was so bad.
So you watch that and then like you think of Now, obviously, you know.
Or
even when he was in like Rock and Roller, because I didn't like that film at all, but like...
Yeah, Rock and Roll is not great either.
No, he's in that.
He's pretty good in Mad Max, right?
I loved him in Mad Max.
Yeah.
I thought he was great in that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I think actually probably the first thing I saw him in where I thought he was good was probably Black Hawk Down. But now obviously I'm like, if someone's like, Tom Hardy's in a film, I'm like, you had me at Tom, let's go.
Wait, Tom Hardy in Black Hawk Down?
Yeah, he's in Black Hawk Down.
Which one?
He's one of the soldiers.
You're just pulling films out now.
I'm sure he is.
You're not mistaking Tom Hardy for Eric Bana?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure I am.
Star Trek Nemesis.
I'm not sure now, but...
Yeah, the Star
now I'm starting to think he was in Star Trek Nemesis, but he was. He definitely played a Picard.
Okay, answers in the comment section.
Yeah, like he's so
Tom,
bullshit.
is there any actors that you would go back to? I'd love for you to say Simon Pegg one day.
Oh, you hate Simon Pegg, don't you?
Generally, if I don't like someone, I won't watch their films. I mean,
Like
Simon Pegg, yeah, as much as I don't like him, I'll still watch the Star Trek films.
Well, because even didn't he write the
other way round though? Sorry, right? Oh, yeah, I suppose he did. Yeah, other way round though.
Yeah,
definitely things. Like, I mean, I suppose Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. We'll watch another Kevin Spacey movie in a rush. Yeah.
I literally just went on Wikipedia. He was in Black Hawk Down and he was in Star Trek Nemesis, so I'm not going fucking crazy.
He's gone on Wikipedia. It's confirmed already.
Yeah.
Okay. Question from Alexander. Hey, Alexander.
Hey, Alex.
Question 1. Favorite quote from a movie or game?
I'm trying to think of any ones from Friday I can say without angering an entire race of people because I love that movie so much.
Yeah, you can't.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
You in the kitchen.
Eating all the food. I fucking love that film, man.
You know, all the hogs.
No. I like pig's feet.
I like pig's feet. I've been smelling your crap for 20 years. You can smell about 5 minutes. Favorite quote from a film? I love the boomstick quote from Army of Darkness. I mean, I'm not trying to be quick with this. I'm trying to think of amazing quotes. They live is another amazing one. That links me to Duke Nukem. Any quote from a Duke Nukem game?
Shake it, baby.
Awesome.
Yeah, but aren't some of his quotes from other things anyway?
Yeah, but obviously told in the voice of Johnson. John gives a kind of a new tone, new aspect.
Arnie's got some fucking catchphrases, dude, right?
That's a long list.
Yeah, like literally every word he ever fucking says is almost a fucking quote. I think there was a video on YouTube I tagged a friend of mine in where it's like all the best Arnie quotes of all time, and it's just like it's a 10-minute long video because every line's gold. Just stupid little things like
you said Arnie, and all I thought of was Total Recall, where he's got that drill and he's drilling inside.
Screw you!
Baby, screw you! I got 5 kids to feed.
That
just immediately went to Mars. Second part of his question: do individual patrons mostly request movies from the same genre? When the patron requests come in, we have a few which will have a bulk of films spread across different genres, and then somebody will, you have your other ones that will give you their first film, and then you ask them for another film, and they will pick another random. So I'd say they jump mainly all over the place from genre to genre.
Well, I think that's because they enjoy seeing you guys review just totally random off the wall films.
Well,
I'm not being funny. No one wants to see you guys review like fucking Justice League. That's why they're like that fucking 4-hour Japanese fucking movie you would say.
Love Exposure.
That's what they want to see. They're trying to push your buttons, dude.
Yeah, well, just generally films you don't like, like
Mean Girls.
Absolutely fabulous.
You know what the funny thing is though, when we have these requests come in, I do that, but then I immediately go on Wikipedia to film like I would normally. I get myself ready, and then when I sit down, it's the emotion that comes across after I've watched it that I put across into the camera. So if we stuck to one genre, after a while I'll get burnt out very quickly. Because even though you're telling me a different story, I'm still stuck. Like, this is why we've never done more than the Halloween section of horror movies. Because if we did 6 months of horror movies... Have you ever seen Evil Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like that. I'd be that editing guy, you know, editing these reviews of chainsaws and blood and gore and shit. You know, I was going to go to a joke then, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. What I'm saying is...
Personal growth, dude.
Yes, it's personal growth.
Do you know, I just thought, actually, to bring you back to a more community thing to answer the first part of this question, do you know what quote I use all the fucking time?
Yeah.
From fucking Hot Tub Time Machine 2 is when he catches him out the tree. If I'm ever in the gym, especially with sandbags, because he loves that movie too, you pick anything up and, like, you know, you're spotting someone, it's like, yeah, good job. You just sit up and you be like, I'm strong as fuck. We use that one all the time.
But yeah.
So I guess I think maybe they just subconsciously just pick a lot of random films then, so there isn't. But then actually saying that, if he's saying, like, if they did though, then would you find yourself having to stagger out the Patreon request because, like you said, you don't want to get burnt out? If, like, suddenly all your patrons requested one type of movie,
we do have to purposely stagger them out, because, like, 1 week we will have one film that will go on the list that goes to a certain space, then the next film comes up that goes underneath it, but then when we get a large selection of movies, we'll try to break them up to work on the workload of getting other people's up. We do have a issue at the moment where I think it's a 4-week backlog of Patreon requests coming in, being edited and uploaded. But we are on top and obviously keeping the reviews going up. So you just have to keep watching and go, hey, I requested this film. This is one of my favourites. Or I can't believe they fucking watched this. And I'm sat there.
Those idiots.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there'll be a couple of weeks down the line where a review will go up of, like, Fern Gully or something. But my eyes are bloodshot because somebody made me sit through the fucking Exorcist series twice because they wanted to see what it was like in Korean. I'm not setting that challenge though.
Well, I was going to say, your patrons are jerks.
Sounds like a Twitch stream coming out.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah. We've got the Alien trilogy Twitch stream coming out.
What's those films?
Well, a lot of Asian films in... No, look.
Well, Halloween movies or whatever in Korean.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. I wish I'd said anything.
Dude, sign into Patreon. Let's get this requested now.
Will David be back? This is still Alexander. Will David be back for a review this year? Preferably an Asian film. We want to get David back in, and we definitely want to get him back in for an Asian movie. We have a couple of films on the list that he would kill us if we didn't ask him in, because he's big fans of these films. I won't say which films these are. It's just organising, obviously, our recording times with him, because obviously he's got work and all that kind of stuff. And yes, we would definitely try and get him in at some point. Do you ever think about reviewing an older review, redoing an older review because you're not pleased with it? Yes.
Which one?
Airplane. No.
Why didn't...
Leon. Sorry.
So what didn't you like about your review of Leon?
It wasn't my editing. It was one of our first earlier films, and it was a guy called John who edited it. But he didn't have the time between his work schedule to actually put down to edit it like I did.
So you're not necessarily unhappy with how you guys reviewed it, just the way it was edited then, really?
Yeah, the editing was completely off. He took out complete chunks. There's whole bits missing where he took basically a 40-minute review.
Like, John's not with us anymore.
Well, he himself had to leave. He said, no, I can't do it. He wanted to help, but then he saw the time and effort it took to take in to do the editing. And when you have a 40-minute review where you in-depth look at Gary Oldman's performance next to Natalie Portman's performance, you know, you're just like cutting chunks out.
Mm-hmm.
So it literally has a beginning, middle, end. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that film deserves so much more. Sucker Punch as well. I'd like to force Gary back through that again. Have you seen Sucker Punch? You must love Sucker Punch.
I quite enjoyed Sucker Punch. Yeah.
I knew you'd seen it. Oh my god. He's seen Sucker Punch. Yeah.
Why do I get this weird feeling that... No, wait. Didn't we all watch this together because Linda and Amanda were big fans of it?
Yeah.
We did, right? Was that yours?
There's the whole dance sequence in it, psychiatric.
We did, didn't we? We all
well,
fucking watched it
Fighting
together.
a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an awesome film. Love that film.
That's how we get Tom to watch movies. We have to, as a group, have an intervention and take him to see a movie.
Like 6 or 7
Yeah, but we've done that before. What's that other film I fell asleep. I've fallen asleep every time I've watched it.
Inception.
I've never seen them past like an hour.
Dude, we fucking tried to watch that at yours because I had the Blu. That's when Blu-rays first came out, and I bought the Blu-ray round.
And I've tried to watch it 3 times since, and every time after about an hour, I've fallen asleep.
And you went into a dream within a dream.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you ever wake up and have like a really crazy idea? And
I think I'm probably still watching it now. I just don't.
We're inside Inception.
I need to. Yeah, I need to watch that.
Funny.
Okay, question from Craig Hall.
What's up, Craig?
Hi, lads. I'm bored of telling you how much I enjoy your podcast, so I'm not going to.
Good night.
Okay, thanks a lot. Right, questions. What one movie role would you love to have been cast in?
Ooh.
The sequence in Basic Instinct.
Not the cameraman. I just want to be on the crew. I'll do craft service.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a good question.
Carl Urban in Dread.
That's pretty badass. And you ain't got to do a lot.
No, you have to have that chin. I mean, Bruce, any of the Evil Dead. I'd love to have been in Evil Dead and got chainsawed up. Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have been like maybe, I don't know, Ed in Shaun of the Dead.
Nice.
I could have been Nick Frost.
You think you could be Nick Frost?
I just think I could be best friends with Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that. Or definitely I'd take over his role in Hot Fuzz because I'm from down here as well, so I could do that voice. Yeah. That or obviously I don't know, Conan.
Yeah, I don't know. Those furry pants I don't think would work on you, mate. You haven't quite got the physique yet.
No, I mean I got big arms and shoulders, but I'm rocking a gut, so it'd be you'd have to shoot everything from up here.
I was actually thinking you were thinking Thulsa Doom.
Sorry?
So I thought you were going for Thulsa Doom.
What the fuck are you
James Earl Jones' character.
Oh, okay, fuck you. Yeah.
Tom?
Probably like Clint Eastwood in Dirty Harry or something like that.
Nice. Yeah, I can see that.
That'd be quite cool.
Cold calculating. How many bullets did I fire? Am I going to shoot you in the face kind of thing?
Yeah.
Quite
definitely.
dark, Tom.
Who do we reckon Gary would be?
Austin Powers. Mike Myers. No, wait.
That would be class.
Who's the guy from Anchorman who ate the candle? Steve Carell?
Brick.
No, wait.
My sweet Brick.
He definitely Nathan Fillion.
Oh yeah, you could see him rocking a brown coat, couldn't you?
And it'd be like that. It'd be like kind of.
Which film?
Firefly. Serenity, sorry.
Yeah.
If it's a film.
Never seen it?
Never seen it.
Never seen it. No.
Fucking sets up. Prick. You see the smile on his face where he was like, oh, I'm going to get him.
His second part of his question from Craig is also just to keep the equality aspect of the show in check, because we had the Shag, Marry, Kill question last time.
Oh, yeah.
Shag, Marry, Kill, Jonathan Clemens, Carl Reese, and Neo.
Okay, first one, Jonathan Clemens?
Yeah, is that Clemens from Alien 3?
Yeah, that's...
Dr. Clemens.
Wiki this, right?
Yeah.
What was it? Neo and who's the middle one?
Well, obviously you have to shag Carl Reese, because if you don't shag Carl Reese, then John Connor.
Wait, so in your version of this, you're giving birth to John Connor.
Well, say because obviously it's the same thing with Sarah Connor. If you don't shag her, Carl Reese isn't created.
You fucking you kill Carl Reese because he fucks Sarah Connor.
Man, we went through this in the last podcast with the last question. You don't understand time travel like that. It's like 4-dimensional.
What the fuck?
Okay, just keep over it. Who's Jonathan Clemens?
He's
not the lead singer of Korn, is he?
No.
No, it's Jonathan Davis, sorry.
I guess you gotta fucking kill you gotta marry Neo, surely, to position yourself well in the new world in the Matrix.
Yeah.
You probably get the best fucking
well no, you die, so you have to kill Neo. Because if you don't kill Neo, you're going to end up dying for him, so that he can actually try and save the world. And you have to shag Carl Reese so you can keep John Connor alive, and you have to marry Jonathan Clemens, whoever Jonathan Clemens is.
I don't think it's this guy.
You're on.
I don't think it's who I found. I am trying to fucking.
You're on Wikipedia. He's on Google. I'm going to go with Jonathan Clemens from Alien 3 because that's the only Clemens I know.
Yeah,
Gary,
it is. It is.
Gary's going to be like, no,
it's Charles Dance's character.
Yeah, Yeah, so you're definitely going to
I'm going to marry him because he's got access to drugs.
Kill Neo so that you don't have to die in his place, so he protects the human race, and shag Kyle Reese so you don't destroy the timeline. Yeah,
I just can't wait to go to your wedding.
Yeah, sure. That's a weird question.
You haven't seen it.
It's just in your fucking version of this.
No.
Like,
have you seen You've seen Terminator with
Terminator,
Michael Biehn?
Yeah.
And you've seen the Matrix trilogy?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So Keanu Reeves. Yeah. So
first one's good.
So would you shag, marry, or kill Kyle Reese or Neo, and then last decision, the last guy?
To be honest, not sure. I'd have to really think about that.
Okay.
Because I only know two.
I mean, this is a lifelong commitment. Yeah, marrying someone and killing someone.
We're definitely not going to judge you on anything. Your personal thoughts.
No.
Okay, next question is from Andrew Lee Fenton. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
With the rumoured Men in Black Jump Street movie being on again, off again, do you guys have any movie franchises that you would like to see combined?
Ooh.
The only genre where this seems to happen is horror film movies, monsters. Any non-horror monster movie franchises you would like to see combined? Personally, maybe the Carl Urban Judge Dredd going into the Cursed Earth and encountering Mad Max, or the Back to the Future Looper universes overlapping. See, now the problem with overlapping things is creating this whole universe for the two of them to exist in. So it's like RoboCop vs Terminator. Always wanted to see a RoboCop vs Terminator story, but having this story that OCP created Cyberdyne and Cyberdyne have created the Terminators using RoboCop's mind.
Yeah, but you could go just do RoboCop and Police Academy.
That is fucking awesome. I would so watch that film.
My money. Oh my god.
Would you watch Callahan?
Fucking Michael Winslow's making fucking noises and RoboCop's just like, fuck this guy.
Hightower's looking down at him like, who the
do you
hell
know what?
you
I'd really like to see a crossover of Aliens and Predator. But a watchable one.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Yeah, I can't help you there.
What about The Thing and Rick and Morty?
Rick would kill it in a few seconds.
No, I think it would end up taking over Morty. And
he'd get a new Morty.
You put The Thing in the Rick and Morty universe and it's taking over everyone. That'd be pretty good. Basically, you end up with Cronenberg.
Yeah, I was going to say he'd either burn the world or end up just moving to another parallel universe. Mixing them together.
Saw and Care Bears? I mean...
Saw and Care Bears.
Yeah, but it wouldn't even have to be fucking X-rated because all that would happen would be fucking fur and stuffing flying everywhere.
It's like the first part of his question was the Men in Black Jump Street. Now, I haven't seen the Jump Street.
You know, I've seen the new ones.
21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street.
Oh, mate,
they look really, really funny, but I'm just I haven't found myself in the mood to actually sit down and go all the way through them. Mixing them with Men in Black... are we getting younger actors for Will Smith and I want to say Harvey Keitel? No. Yes.
Tommy Lee
Jones. Sorry. Do we go for younger characters for both of them just so we would go for the crossover? And then with Carl Urban Judge Dredd, we can't even get a Carl Urban Judge Dredd sequel off the bat.
True.
Let alone a fucking mixed match of Mad Max.
The easy one to go for, I suppose, would be crossing over things like fucking Avengers and Star Wars because they're owned by the same studio now.
Yeah.
Tony Stark could just fly off into space again to get rid of a bomb and just instead of the Skitarii fleet is a fucking bunch of Imperial cruisers.
Actually, I think the X-Men did cross into Star Trek. Sorry.
Huh?
Yeah. The X-Men possibly crossed into Star Trek. It was either the X-Men or something from the Marvel Universe. The Star Trek crew have mixed with another comic book.
What? In one of the movies or the series?
No, in the comic book series.
Oh, in the comic books.
Yeah,
sorry, no, I was talking movies or something obviously. But...
That's what I'm saying. If they've done it in the comic books, there's a high chance they could step into mixed match.
Star Trek.
It's funny to watch Thor fight Vader.
Yeah. Would the lightsaber be able to cut through?
Stops the fucking hammer and stuff. And...
No. Would he be able to stop it?
And he goes force lightning, and Thor's like, "Bitch, please."
Okay, next question is from Nigel Penrose. Hey, Nigel.
Hey, Nigel.
I've recently invested in Monster Hunter World on the Xbox One. Tell me, what's the obsession with oversized weapons?
It's a dick thing.
Yeah, I was going to go with that. Compensating, basically. Tom?
Yeah, pretty much, I suppose.
Like a big weapon?
Borderlands as well, you know? It's like it's always after the bigger gun.
Yeah, the bigger.
Ever since Final Fantasy VII, right? The Cloud with his fucking great big fucking sword. It's ever since then, from what I can remember, anyway. That was the first time I remember seeing like this ridiculously oversized weapon. Plus, we all play 40k, and like Games Workshop tend to like completely misscale all their weapons on.
The weapons are like twice the size.
But we don't play Tau, so we're good.
That's true.
Yeah, you need the servos and the extra add-ons to make the weapons just when they hit.
Yeah.
You want the damage to really reflect that.
Yeah.
And the Japanese love that shit.
They do.
Giant robots and shit. The next question from Andrea Bizarre.
Hey, Andrea. Hold on, wait. I think you've gone over a page, sir.
No, I'm coming down.
Oh, okay.
She popped up and go.
Well done. 2 for 1.
A question for each of you. If you could choose a director to make a film about your life story...
You've read this one.
We've already done this one. Andrea, go back about 40 minutes. You'll find your answer. Next question from Dave Huckbridge.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Love the YouTube channel. Enjoy your movie reviews. So I have to ask, would you ever review the Omen trilogy? Maybe Omen 4, even though it sucks, and don't get me started on the remake. Your request makes me so excited to do the Omen films. I really like the first one. The remake I don't think's too bad.
I haven't seen the remake.
It's got Cotton Weary from Scream. What's his face?
Liev Schreiber.
Liev Schreiber, yes.
Last episode, didn't I forget his name and you told me? How fucked up is that? Because I was talking about the Goon, like the sequel.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't remember his name and you told me that.
See, yeah.
I fucking learned something.
Liev Schreiber.
No, I've not seen the remake. I can only really remember the first one. The first one's fucking spectacular.
The first one's spectacular. The second one, I think, has got Sam Neill in, and he's running a nuclear power plant.
And is he wooden as all fuck?
I don't know. I've never watched it.
Probably was, because it's Sam Neill.
But they are on the list at some point, so keep watching. They might pop up for a Halloween special at some point.
Nice.
Next question from George Leah.
Hey, George.
Hey guys, here's my question. 1. What film has the biggest effect on you? Army of Darkness. Back to the Future. Toy Story. Look who's talking to taught me a lot about sex.
Yeah, that is true, actually. Yeah.
Transformers taught me that I had the power and the touch.
That was Boogie Nights, wasn't it? Effect. I don't know. I mean, how do you sort of define like an effect on you? Like, do you, as in like that you? Do you? I mean, Die Hard. I base my life on the teachings of John McClane.
You wear a lot of vests.
I do wear a lot of vests.
You wear a lot of vests.
Yeah, I suppose. Or like emotional effects, certain movies that you watch, because I'll fucking go right with you on Toy Story 3, because like, fuck,
Toy Story 3 is right up there.
Yeah. Do you know what, actually, you were saying about it with the trailers, Incredibles as well, that fucking hits me hard when they're on that scene with the plane.
Yes.
With the kids, where she's literally screaming into my, like, there are children on board, and you're like, holy shit, dude, this is he's shooting missiles at a fucking plane with kids on, you know?
Yeah. When the film hits those emotional strings, you know, it really leaves a bit of a mark with you. Tom?
Any movie you've finished that you...
Yeah, there's loads of movies I've finished, you know. So, I don't know. It's probably something like Office Space. And...
You hate photocopiers.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I would... Do you know what? Actually, because I work in an office and have done for years and stuff, is like, if you did phone me up and say, dude, this fucking photocopier's been fucking with me for too long, me and you need to go out to a field with a baseball bat, I'd be like... Load up the fucking music, mate. I'll be right there with you because I hate me some office equipment. Yeah, that's a pretty good one, actually. Yeah.
Her next part of her question is, what film do you use quotes from, if you do? Army of Darkness.
No, we just had this.
A lot. No. This is the part of George Lear's as well. Okay, quotes. I'm thinking with Tom, you know, photocopiers again.
No. I mean, quote-wise, I don't remember stuff like that.
You quote Penny Boucher all the time.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really remember stuff. And then I'll go to watch it again. I'll be like, oh, I've seen this. And I won't watch it.
Always drop in like Chris Tucker stuff from like like Rush Hour. Like, how many times do we say like you'll get like, and you know this? That's from Friday, this? But you know, like Chris Tucker from Friday, you get a lot. Like every time, if anyone ever says who, you go like, who? Who is you?
Yeah, yeah. You got to go with the common ones as well.
Oh, you.
know. And is the last part of George Lear's question is, what game did you stay awake all night to beat?
Ooh, probably a few, to be fair. It was a couple of the Assassin's Creeds.
Yeah.
Definitely stayed up for those.
So
when you say beat, you really are talking single player, aren't you? Because like online.
Well,
like,
what film you stayed up all night to complete?
No, it's a game. Sorry.
Game, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what game did you stay up all night to complete?
Seriously, 2.0 achievement on fucking Gears. Stayed up several nights to complete that fucker.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I don't know,
level 100, yeah.
Red Dead Redemption.
Good one, yeah. GTA definitely spent some fucking night. GTA 5 especially.
See, but I did, through one night, I did Silent Hill 1.
Yeah.
And that terrified me.
A couple of the Resident Evils, like probably the first three, I could say that there was at least more than one night where I stayed up all night to finish that one.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, you can't really say complete, but the amount of times I stayed up on the PlayStation 1, just all night playing story mode of fucking SmackDown 2, Know Your Role.
Nice.
All night.
Yeah.
Just, like,
just go for that belt.
Oh, mate. Or even just after you've won it, just constantly just fucking playing it, man. Like, insanely.
I was thinking, actually, a lot of No Mercy.
Oh, No Mercy. Yeah, but staying up all night to play No Mercy was just me and you playing one ladder match.
Yes, those ladder
matches. It was sort of like, dude, you've pedigreed me 19 times on the same
you
ladder. Just let it go. Like,
just stop touching the joypad, but I won't lose the belt. Those are some mad matches. Tom, did you stay up?
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption, you said. That's
yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
You going to get the new one?
It's not out till October now, is it?
Yeah, I think they did put it back.
Or November or something like that.
It's going to be glorious when it
Christmas
drops.
Day. I hope so, yeah.
Well, I hope so.
It will be. It's fucking Rockstar, isn't it? Yeah.
It's fucking Rockstar. No argument.
That first one was fucking ace, though, wasn't it, to be fair?
Yeah.
This next question is going to be good for us. The artist formerly known as Aaron J. Hey, Aaron.
What's up?
Thanks for the upload, guys. I look forward to Thursdays and Fridays to soothe my debilitating self-varietiness. Here's my question for your next podcast. Iain, what is your favourite Legion and Primarch and book from the Horus Heresy series?
Ooh.
Personally, I'm a huge fan of the Alpha Legion and their Primarchs.
Nice.
We've got three good people to answer these questions.
You guys go first.
No, you start first, dude.
Well, man, fucking mine is Leman Russ. I'm a fucking space wolf through and through. I'm a space Viking, you know. Run into combat, fucking beat the shit out of them with swords and axes. Loyal to the fucking... The Emperor. We're the good guys. We're the good guys you send.
Calm right down with that shit
we're
for
the
a
good
start.
guys you send before you send the even better guys behind us, and that's why the universe
What's
is the
his
way
fucking
it is.
nickname? The what of the Emperor again?
The Executioner's Axe.
Yeah, mate. Fucking
we have killed people. My favourite...
Legions, sir. Fucking wipe 2 fucking legions from the history books.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Space Wolves. Don't get me wrong.
My favourite book is No Fear, which I can't remember the writer for. It might probably.
I believe that was Graham. I want to say that was Graham McNeil.
It was the Ultramarines attack on
Bearers, wasn't it?
Oh, man, the detail in that book.
When Lorgar turns up in the kind of like the hologram.
Yeah, with the communication.
But it's not a hologram.
No.
It's actually on the fuck, dude.
Man, well, what got me was when the ship that they've taken control of, they just dropped into the planet as a bomb. You know, that the way it was detailed was just absolutely breathtaking to the point where for Games Workshop fans, when people sit there and they go, "Why are the Ultramarines the poster boys?" I'm like, read that book
because they're the fucking space Romans. That's why.
That's why. Yeah. You know,
because blue's easy to paint,
and it is easy to paint. I'm not going to lie about that.
Favorite Primarchs, guys, as 40k players.
I suppose being a World Eaters player,
you got to say it. Yeah.
Angron, but I don't know. Comrade Curse is pretty decent as well.
Curse's backstory is amazing.
Yeah, Comrade Curse.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what. I'll shout out actually is check out a channel called The Vaults of Terror.
Yeah,
and that guy does some really good background videos, and he's got a whole. I think he's done every single Primarch. And he does a really good background thing on that. Sorry, Conrad Curse is fucking...
Conrad Curse, the Night Haunter.
But anyway, Angron, so World Eaters and stuff.
I'm seeing a Chaos theme here.
All Lorgar. Chaos all the time.
You know you're sitting amongst heretics.
Yeah, the heretics right here. Lorgar, I bet.
Yeah, so... books though, I've not really read a lot of books, so...
You've not read any of the heresy books at all?
I've got some Heresy audiobooks.
Oh, right on.
I'm currently on the first one.
What, Horus Rising?
That's the one, yeah.
I would honestly recommend at least reading those first 3 books. Are fantastic.
I've got the first 4 books on audiobook, and
Einstein.
But I'm also listening to
the
what was it? There's the 2 Black Legion books as well.
What, by Aaron Dembski Bowden?
Yeah.
So Black Legion and Talon of Horus.
Talon of Horus,
yeah.
And what's the other 2 I've got lined up? About Fabulous Bill, you know.
Fabulous Bill.
Fabulous Bill.
Fabulous Bill.
Progenitor, is it?
Yeah.
Is it Progenitor?
And there's another one that's just come out as
well. Have you actually got that, or have you just got the audiobook?
I've got both audiobooks, yeah.
Oh. Fabulous Bill.
Fabulous Bill.
I'm fucking...
Slanesh, Emperor's Children, dude. Fabulous Bill.
Fabulous Bill.
That's what it said.
No, you said Fabulous Bill.
I know. That's his fucking name, dude.
Yeah.
Same reason everyone calls fucking Reboot like Robot Girly Man and stuff like that. You got to come up with it.
I've never heard Fabulous
Big Bobby
Bill
G
before,
Emperor.
No.
See, I don't know if I can pick a favourite Primarch. It's really hard. I want to say Horus in a way for an actual favourite Primarch.
Worse.
What about is it Raven?
Well, Corax.
Corax, he's pretty cool.
Corax is cool. I was just thinking of the stories though. It's like, but the story of Horus is just so
he's like a mystical
awesome.
Ninja. Corax is sort of shadow power where he can disappear out of the person's field of view by invisibility.
I will say my favourite Primarch, because it's got to come down to me. It comes down to their backstory, really. Yeah. Right. Is my favourite then is probably Mortarion, because his backstory. Death Guard player as well. Yeah. Death Guard Primarch. His backstory on Barbarous is fantastic. The way he was taken in by like the noble houses, and then realised that he was enslaving everyone. He led a fucking rebellion, and like it's this planet. Well, not a planet where it is now. It was the planet where there was like a huge smog level. So if you imagine everyone's living in the underhives below, and then the nobles are above, and he leads this fucking huge rebellion and takes on his fucking father and stuff. Yeah. That one's awesome. It's either him or, again, for backstory, I hate to say it, but Sanguinius, dude. Sanguinius is a fucking beautiful pimp character. He's amazing. The Primarch of the Blood Angels. But I would say Mortarion. Favourite book would also then probably be Flight of the Eisenstein.
So you guys got to catch
brings
up.
In all the Death Guard. I do need to catch up with my do, but still, like... I've read way past that. But I'm just saying that is my favourite one because you bring in.
There are like 46 books there.
There's loads. I'm waiting. I keep waiting for these small mass market paperwork.
I
don't buy the big ones
because I've read Talon of Horus, but I've not read Black Legion yet because I'm just waiting for it on paperback.
But the story alone, the detail with all
what
the
was it? Favourite book? Was it favourite Legion?
His favourite Legion is the Alpha Legion.
It's a fucking great answer.
Oh man,
we love the Alpha Legion.
I would have bought at this point Praetorian of Dorn, which is spoilers. Keeping the theme of the podcast, possibly kills off Alpharis.
Wow.
And Omega.
But you can never kill off Alpharis.
No, you cannot.
Because whoever you killed wasn't Alpharis.
Yeah.
I'm Alpharis.
Yeah, I am Alpharis.
I think favourite Legion, I don't know. Again, it's really hard to say. I collect so many, but I do love the Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Katara bow, it is.
Pretty fucking awesome. But as a Legion, though, it's like the Iron Warriors are fucking brutal.
I love
their initiation shit. Like it was brought in by Perturab, obviously, where he was like, you know, the weaker companies, fucking slaughter them.
Yeah.
Your own fucking brothers, just slaughter them. You know, that's a fucking like.
I love the
that's
reflection
a leader with fucking about.
Was he called Karn? It's like
that's where he secretly came from. He weren't no world.
I love the reflection of the Iron Hands with them as well. With the fact that one is built
the Imperial Fist.
Yeah.
So you got the Iron Warriors, who were like the Siege Masters, and then the Imperial Fist, led by Rogel Dawn, are the fortifiers. Basically, that was the running competition where it was like it was said that there was no fortification that they could fortify that anyone could take down, in the Iron Warriors where they could take down.
What were the Iron Hands then?
The Iron Hands were Ferrus Manus' Legion.
Yeah, but they were built for
being fucking nasty art bastards.
And not destroying?
But they're mostly sort of like augmented and stuff.
As well. Oh, yeah, they love cybernetics. God, so many Primarchs.
Yeah.
Okay, last question is from Harry Stiglitz. Hey Harry. Who would you play in the movie of your life? I think
I'd play myself.
Yeah, I'd go for the Oscar.
Do you mean who would you cast in the movie of your life?
Who would you play in the movie of your life?
Yeah, so who would you cast?
No, we've done that as well.
No, it was who would you have direct the movie of your life?
And then we had who would cast, because I said Clint Eastwood.
No, that was take over any.
No,
That was if you could put yourself in any movie.
Somebody else. Yeah,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. This question is if you had to get someone to play you. So I guess you'd say Clint Eastwood.
Who would play you in the movie of your life? Jennifer Beal. I think she would be awesome as me. Maybe Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman would play me really well.
I'd love to see Morgan Freeman sat next to Gary. That's what I'm saying stuff.
Man. So many great actors. I can pick anybody, right?
Tom would say Dave Mustaine, so he could stand around and order him about set. Say, that's not how I would have done it, Dave, and I'd do it fucking better.
Nah. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
I'd pick Seth Rogen for me, because he's kind of like, he can rock a facial hair.
Yeah, he's kind of Seth Rogen. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Tom's a bit between Madonna and Teller. Teller's the quiet one from Penn and Teller, right?
Yeah. Then you said he looks like Trigger from Only Fools and Horses. You get that,
yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, right.
The Minister of Magic. You know?
Who would play Gary? If you had to cast someone to play Gary.
Melissa McCarthy. No, Warwick Davis. Gary.
With his willow wig on.
With his willow wig. Tom Cruise. Gary big, quite good. Tom Cruise big.
Gary doesn't run.
No, he doesn't.
Tom Cruise can't be in a movie unless he's running everywhere.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. Man, Lebowski version Jeff Bridges totally would be Gary. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That's it.
And but at all stages of his life, even as a child, it'd just be Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
I'd go with Harrison Ford, but yeah.
You get Harrison Ford to play you.
Yeah.
I could see that with a lot of the kind of.
What do you mean you're looking at me? Why?
I'd go with that.
I'm not a replicant. May the force be with you or whatever. Nice. Harrison Ford. Cool, and on that note, thank you everybody for listening. Thanks for watching. You can find our film reviews on a Thursday. You can find our game reviews going up on a Friday. And our podcasts go up once a month. Hopefully Gary will be in for the next one, or I need to get some more training.
He's going to listen to this and be like, do you know, Iain, we're not doing these podcasts.
Yeah, I'm going to get slated in the comment. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I know it's been a blast. Tom, you have been yourself. Andy, I don't know if we've had you back. You were a bit crass in this episode.
Suck a dick.
Take it easy, guys.
Always a pleasure.